Put a little robot
Last
man
week.
down here.
No, because I'm not there anymore.
Because he's not there anymore. Yes, there's no more grate over the well because a certain someone blasted it with Eldritch Fire. Okay, so last week, assorted people made their way to the city. Oh, well, border village of Homiel. Drawn there by rumors that the church looking for them, the Archbishop wished to speak to them in person. Upon arriving in the village, some of the members of this disparate group have impressed the villagers with their raw acrobatic ability, orcish screaming, and in some cases just not doing anything, which was very mysterious.
One question before you stop. I can't use the shit. Paste not on the link.
Hold
So
on.
you need to give me a new link. I'm signed in. This shit.
Hold on.
Well done to Letty for making this really cool looking map. Not gonna lie.
Thanks.
Pretty good.
So Lay's gonna do a battle map like this for everywhere we go.
Yes.
Oh no. Oh.
Letty, how long did it take you to make this?
In days, a couple. In hours, I didn't.
There you go, Ein. In tabletop chat.
Long time. You'd actually have to pay me for if you wanted me to do every single map.
Lady, I could pay you an exposure and think about.
Letty, set up a Patreon for Letty battle maps.
There we go. That's true.
What program did you use? A program, or did you just do it in like?
Oh, yeah, basically paint, but not so here.
Oh, cool.
I know you're joking, but no doubt, Letty, you really should at least put this up there. If it's something you enjoy, you can make at least something from it.
I suppose.
Make a Patreon, start making battle maps, grid them and sell them. Okay, so, group has arrived. It was about late afternoon. The orcish person went about town, healing the sick, screaming at people, fixing broken limbs, and generally intimidating the crap out of the poor Burgermeister, who didn't know what to make of this very scary green individual. Robot fell in a well. You guys found
This is way too loud.
What is way too loud?
You can turn it down
I
if
can
you
see
want.
the fucking option.
Click on the top right-hand corner.
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
The wizard man fell down the well by his own volition. You guys found the stone haft of a weapon in the well itself, gorgeously carved with sunbursts and starbursts and such into the stone haft, which in and of itself was quite unusual since most weapons are not crafted out of stone. You also found the maker's mark of your dwarven companion's clan on said haft of the weapon. And what else? The elderly rogue in your party has issued a directive to the village to join him for morning religious observations, which involve some Tai Chi and calisthenics. And what else? You guys met the prophet. You got the first two parts of the prophecy. That is predicted you're coming. What else? What am I missing here, boys?
I think that was it, to be honest.
That was pretty much it.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
we were getting ready to bed down for the night.
Yes. Actually, let me scribble on this table a little bit. So, yes. This is the library. That is the library structure in which you guys met Father Kyril Gregory, the Archbishop. And then you've got the stables here where you guys will be staying. They have made them available for your use. And then this is where a lot of the animals are kept. Let's call this the ranch, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, so to Ein, to give you a little bit of background, this is the city of Homiel. It is on the borders. It was once a great keep with this thriving lumber industry and many buildings around it. Almost all the structures surrounding the keep have been destroyed, and in the ensuing years, people have started building up against the crumbling walls of the keep itself on the outside. The walls themselves are no longer manned, there are no troops. It's just filled with peasants and the traveling clergy who are currently here, teaching them how to read and to write and imparting some religious wisdoms before they move on to their next destination.
Are the walls
perhaps
stone?
a bit optimistic, isn't it?
The walls are stone, yes. was wondering when somebody's going to ask about that. Yes, the walls are stone.
It's a good thing they're stone. Because I color them like they're.
I just assumed they were stone.
No, you said there was stone previously, but oh well.
Yes.
And
No,
also, it's a keep, right? You're gonna
I'd
a
make
wooden
my keep out of stone.
Well, yeah, if it is made out of wood, then it might be more. Well, it's
more of a
still.
fort.
Yeah, it would be a fort, and you'd have a palisade instead of.
Well then. So, it is late afternoon. Some of your spells have been expended. Some of your heals have been expended. Is there anything you guys want to do before you bed down for the evening?
No, I'm.
Yeah, no, I think I'm fine for today.
Are you
I am
for the
fine.
day? Actually, I just want to check something. Okay, cute. I just want to check something quickly. I want to see if I can... No, go away, tabletop sim. Don't do that. I want to see, can I grid this?
Yes, you can.
I like how it
You
grids
have
the
a grid
entire
the
table.
entire-
Yeah, it's that
Yeah.
or nothing.
Yeah, it grids the
I
whole
will
table.
go walk around and see if they need to bury a corpse.
Okay, as you guys are preparing to bed down for the evening in the stables, you see a wanderer approach the walls of the keep. Someone dressed almost as well as you guys are. Describe yourself, Line. What do you look like?
I am in well, it used to be like a rather decent suit, but it's like fake because they used to wanted me to be decently dressed when I was tending to the graves. So when people saw me tending to the grave, but that nice suit, it's not that nice anymore. So, and I just got like normal brown regular hair. I'm just pretty normal looking, but there's something about something radiates from me, something words can't describe.
I turned to the others. That guy was following me all the way here. He's walking around with a shovel.
Wow.
Oh, there I was thinking to myself, there's the old guy I was.
The oddity of that is beyond what words can describe.
There's something about him. He looks so normal, but there's something about him I just can't describe.
I even tried to use words to describe.
There aren't any.
Well,
Well, then maybe you need to go and find a word vendor and buy the word.
He is simply undescribable.
there are no word vendors in this place.
I'm sorry, what was that, Robot Man?
He is simply undescribable.
That's what I thought.
Guys.
What did you hear?
A perfectly normal Robot Man.
Why does Robot Man sound like he's in the latrine?
Perhaps he is.
He's 30% latrine on his mother's side.
He jumped back in the well.
Of course.
Yes, I am examining the construction of this.
Good lord. I give up.
We
Okay.
require a word haberdashery.
Do you require word haberdashery? I don't know. So, Ein, what are you doing? You've arrived here. What is your plan of action?
He simply sits.
He's so brooding.
He's looking for a corpse to bury.
Okay, I'm going to assume that he goes to look for a corpse to bury, since he seems to fall well as well. The well. Okay, so several hours pass. You guys are brought a very simple meal of some gruel and some goat's milk. By
I do not.
you say as the poor tonsured little junior priest that's been getting yelled at to bring you guys stuff all the time brings you food. He retreats terrified at the metal man's inscrutable voice issuing from him.
I'll take his.
You take his food because of course.
I
you do.
offer all of my food to one of the wretches that live here.
Ooh.
It
Okay.
would seem that the water has done some damage to my vocals. Do I sound correct?
Just hang yourself upside down, let it drain out.
You sound
Yes.
about as far out.
I do a backflip. Do that. Try and expel some water, but with centrifugal force.
Oh no, the water has already been adjusted. I simply wish to know if my voice is correct.
Why
The
are you
other thing I
fucking with
wanted
your
to say-
voice, Robo Man?
Because I'm not sure if it sounds correct, as I cannot hear my own.
You sound like a robot, though.
Try telepathy and see if it
Yeah,
works.
try that. Hit me with that mind word.
Is this the mind word I was looking for?
Oh God, Jesus!
You drive the old backflipping man mad. He backflips into the forest, never to be seen
I
again.
do believe you have just summoned Cthulhu.
Holy crap, you sound just like Zane from DTS.
My master? Where is my master? Who summoned him?
Oh, this is terrible.
It is me, your robot friend. I am simply speaking to you.
Look at all these
Do
worms.
not be scared, children.
Before.
Stop trying to claw at your ears.
Nonsense. Cthulhu's voice is far richer and dreamy.
It's true, yeah.
It makes your ears bleed.
Only if you are a filthy unbeliever. To those who believe in his tentacly goodness,
So
his voice is as the sound of angel.
I gather you're part of the family?
I serve my tentacled master.
Well, I will use the Kovacs building to stop you.
Oh no, I don't think I actually.
Oh my gosh.
Hang on, let me do a backflip to reach out to
This
this
is
way.
way too...
Yeah, backflip it all out.
Where's Ein's token?
He needs to find his
I-
picture.
I'll
Is that not that?
No.
let me do an acrobatics check to see if I can backflip on the water. My
Yes.
voice modulate.
Do a backflip.
I just put some distance between me and the great big robot metal heavy
Acrobatics.
thing.
I rolled a 15.
15, yeah. That's a pretty good backflip. Doesn't have quite the form that your comrade has, but yeah, it's pretty effective.
Ah, there we go. It was seemed to have ejected the water.
Oh boy. Okay,
Remember the
So-
camo pant and the fedora.
and the fedora. Okay, so
Why would that camouflage and they can
Lord. Okay, time passes. You guys have a wonderful meal. You bid down for the evening, and unless there's anything more,
Fuck it, this is close enough.
when you make that token.
Oh, okay, I'll have to replace the one I just made.
Yeah. Okay, so night passes uneventfully for the most part. Nobody's standing watch, I take it. You guys all.
Oh,
just
I am standing watch somewhere since I don't. I need to sleep, but I don't need. I'm basically like awake. I just statue.
Yeah, are
somewhere.
these like stairs up to like the top of the walls?
They're basically like think like wooden. There are stairs on the left here, but they're basically just like a rinky-dink wooden that can.
Thanks,
can be used to
mechanical
get up.
DM.
planks.
I climb the wall and just meditate for the whole night up on top.
I think I need to sleep. I don't think my celestial being needs to sleep. So Squig will stay awake while I nap on him right here.
Celestial beam.
Pretty sure he needs to nap. It's a normal animal once they're summoned. They're just stupid and natural.
No, they're celestial beings shaped like animals. I believe.
Okay.
I could be
Your
Unless it
celestial
explicitly says
being
they
still
don't need to
needs
sleep.
nap.
Yes, they need naps. Unless it specifically says they don't need to eat or sleep, then it will unfortunately need to take a rest. I could be wrong, like I said, unless they specifically specify they don't need to, then it's fine.
I definitely go to sleep. I am not worried about anything coming in tonight that I can't handle.
I'm up here all night.
Okay. Okay, so Cleef is at the. I'm just gonna say the north of the fortress. And who is parked at the front here? You said.
I'm over here in the corner, like
Are you gonna
Behind
stand
the
watch?
Where is my?
pretty sure watching to see if anybody comes into the thing until I fall asleep.
Okay,
They've told us
No
to use the
problem.
stable, so I'm just gonna be in the stable meditating on
over here, yeah.
the universe and everything else.
No problem at all. Okay, so most of you are in there. Alrighty then. So, Mr. Meditating on the wall. Keith,
Hi.
make a perception check for me, please, with disadvantage, because you're human, I believe.
Rather than in this state you remain semi-conscious and you can hear as normal. Is this a hearing perception?
It's more of a seeing perception test, since it is getting dark.
Okay,
Oh,
I cannot see in the dark, so. Perception!
Disadvantage. Mm-hmm.
8.
8. Okay. No problem at all. Your watch passes uneventfully for several hours. Those of you in the stables, bed down for the evening, are off to La La Land. Razgor, you eventually also fall asleep as it starts going towards 11-ish. You're a sleepy boy. And Sharam, where are you? Are you in the
snore like-
library?
Oh,
or where
I just go in statue somewhere in the library.
where are you statuing? The library.
Inside of the library, just in like whatever area is there. You know.
Okay. You
Because
go
yeah,
statue near the crazy man.
because when I sentry rest, I have to spend 6 hours in an inactive, motionless state rather than sleeping. In this state, you appear inert, but it doesn't render you unconscious. You can see and hear as normal. So I'm just gonna like statue
Chill there.
somewhere, looking over and just looking as if I am the statue.
Yeah, okay,
But not-
that's perfectly fine. Alright, several more hours pass, seemingly uneventful. I suppose we can put our people in town to sleep since they won't be putzing about anymore. However, Razgor, I would like for you to make a perception check for me with a disadvantage.
Okay.
Please and thank you.
Oof.
That's a 1.
A 1, you say?
Ooh,
It's a
that's
natural
not good.
1.
Those are great.
Okay. That's not ideal.
Remember how
Does-
well we started last week?
Does my little buddy get one too?
Little buddy awake? No, so you can have a disadvantage with your buddy. 7, 8, 9. Yeah?
Oh wait, come back.
A 7 or an 8.
7 plus 4. 11?
11.
I believe in you.
That's pretty good. Let me just roll some dice behind the screen here quickly to see.
Try and find if there's a way to get rid of that sound when you copy paste things.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Wait, that's not a D12. That's a D12 and not a D20.
So it does stay a celestial being, but I can't find anything that says celestial beings do anything special.
Celestial beings don't inherently have any kind of non-ED thing, or don't need to do that. Unlike undead, which
Why every time do I pick up this dice does it become a D12? Is this game trolling me at this point?
Hmm.
Okay.
He is.
Ah, thanks. Okay. That's way better than a 3. Okay. So... No. Your beastie also does not notice anything. He stirs for a bit, snuffles out, and then you just kind of like grab him and snuggle him closer.
Yeah, every time I stop snoring, he starts snoring.
Yeah, it's just like
So
you guys are having a,
a
snore in
constant
the tree.
train driving through the town.
Oh my.
Okay, so we're gonna get ourselves some surprise rounds going.
I
What
said I was
about me?
asleep in the back of the library, right?
What about you, Mr. Iron?
I was trying to go on the walk and try to ask people if they want to bury somebody and
Yeah, that was earlier in the evening.
Now it's like
Oh, you
midnight.
already missed it.
Yeah, you
This is
rocked
a
up like
midnight hour.
just before everyone went to bed.
I just like to imagine he was like running or asking, do the heavy corpses need to be put to their final rest? And he just narcoleptically falls to the ground and starts snoring.
I'm going to
But, you know,
assume
that's
that
just in my head.
it's
I
bid
ain't
down.
sure to do anything here.
Fine.
There
Fine,
are at least
gentlemen.
some advantages to being in the stable at this point in time.
Okay, so
Let me go ahead and roll up my second character.
he'll be fine. I'm sure.
At least
D&D Beyond's
regular.
encounter builder says you'll be fine. Okay, so that's going to give them a nice little round. So these little boys are going to move in. It's 10, 15, 20, 25. Here. See if any of them notice a sleeping orc. Sleeping in the corner there for no reason whatsoever.
Does he snore?
Wow! Double natural 20.
Rip.
Well, like I said before, me and the warg are both snoring like a freight train, so.
Yeah, apparently you guys are really snoring like a freight train. Okay, so. Damn, this is not how I expected this to go at all. So,
So random about that second character.
Yeah, how many wizards do we have?
okay,
enough.
so. Damn, how are they going to do this?
They heard.
You know how they're gonna
His
do. They're gonna
orcness.
stay in.
They
Sir, let's
sneakily put gold into my pockets.
Yes, they're going to do
And by gold, you mean knives, and by pockets, you mean heart.
And other internal organs.
I need to just do this, but I need to hear for now. Okay, so, seeing as they haven't been disturbed yet, these three are going to attempt to net you in the ward while you're asleep and, you know, not really moving a whole lot, so they're just going to make some ranged attacks.
Just grab the net and pull it over me like a blanket.
Pretty much. What's the AC on your warg?
AC on the warg is 13.
Oh, that's terrible. Luckily they have advantage because you're asleep. That's slightly better. Okay, so pretty much all of these boys. Right, so you are awakened very unexpectedly to two very ugly. Actually, you'll know what these are. To two gnolls, busy throwing nets over you, trying to pin you to the ground and entangle you, and another one doing the same to your war companion. You're orcs. You got night vision, right? Dark vision.
Hyena
Yes.
people.
Dark vision 60.
Yeah. So you also hear more now that you're like, oh god, what's going on? Like somebody throwing a net in you, and you like look around trying to see what's going on. You also spot more shapes passing behind these three that are busy trying to net you deeper into the keep proper itself. And everybody roll initiative for me, please.
Or would I be there?
Well, you're gonna be in the library. Let's see where are you gonna.
You
Ah.
want me to,
You
you
want
want
to act?
you want to track my work separately or just
I
have it on
got
my
12.
Whichever you prefer. Okay, everybody, we're gonna use the little initiative trackers.
You should have a little thing in with your name on.
By your name. So
I
we'll
am
do
very much at the
25 to 20 for initiative.
Initiative is plus dex, right?
That should
Yeah.
say on your.
I got
character
8.
sheet there.
So I'm gonna go about here.
Okay, roll this to 25 to 20. Anybody?
13 for Ryan.
Okay, 20 to 15.
17.
Okay, Razgor is at the top. Anybody same? 15 or higher? Nobody?
How can I pick this up?
Where are you at, Trasha?
You just don't click on the text. You gotta click on the actual card.
Item.
Alright.
There's just rotate Trashy there. Somebody else is trying to do it. Okay, so 15 to 10.
Oh, I got 12.
13.
Okay, so put your trackers on the. Who's Norville?
Who is Norville? Who is using that one?
He's a very brave villager.
Who's that?
Fun guy.
Is that
Is this
Trashy's?
Brian? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You people are so disorganized. Okay, so Shidam, Brian, Who's
Eight.
in this stall?
Sorry.
Who's this beneath Cleef?
That's Trash's one.
Pick
Let's
that
see,
thing up. I rolled a 12.
You're above me then.
What do you gun sail? Like that, right?
Yeah, I can't pick it up.
Weird. Very strange. It's not locked or anything. So strange to can't pick it up.
I just have the grab thing, and the grab thing only affects the text. I can't actually pick it up.
Oh, you know those where the arrow is? Like, grab it from there. Otherwise, it'll try and make you right. Like, grab it by the arrow thing with your mouse.
Oh,
Or can you not do that?
I'm not getting this fucking thing. Where's... I got 13. Where's should I put...
Okay, who's got 12?
I've got
Jathar
12.
and I did.
Jathar and you. Okay, so yeah, and you're above them.
Your initiative scores, I have a -1 to initiative, so Jathar would go first.
Who's player?
Who's this blue player?
Player.
Who's player?
Don't have to play ahead the game.
Not
Someone put it there. Who is?
Gralden, Griswold,
Az.
Cleef.
Get out of
Az.
here, Az.
Okay, everybody in? Yeah,
7,
so yeah,
yes.
in the future, yeah. Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, so top of the initiative is going to be Razgor. Let me quickly roll initiative for these boys as well.
They probably want to take a nap.
A nap, you say?
They saw how comfy I was and got jealous and laid down.
Oh, that's not some great initiative around here, though. +2. So we got an 11 and we got a 7 from my boys.
Yay, I get to go before one of them.
Yep. So this, and we'll just call you. Okay, so Shaman is going to be over here. And your guys are going to be all the way down here. Right, so Razgor, since you are at the top of the initiative, you're currently getting netted by some dog people. What would you like to do?
So I'm
You are
currently
currently
restrained.
Prone and restrained. That is indeed correct.
Restrained means I can't move.
Let me open up the conditions here for you so you have a nice big old list of
restrained.
conditions for you guys as well.
A creature speed comes 0 and cannot benefit. Attack rolls against creature have advantage. Attack rolls have disadvantage.
Dexterity saving throws. Attackers have advantage. Correctamundo.
Is this like a strength check to break free, or?
Yes, it'll be a strength check to try and break the nets. That is correct.
Okay, so and that'll be my action.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, my warg's gonna do it first. He gets a +3, a 7.
7.
Eight.
Unfortunately, that is not enough.
They use the good nets on him. I'm gonna try to break free now.
Okay.
Athletics at 17.
17. Okay, you burst one of the nets, breaking free. Second one over still got you. Restrained currently.
Is that concentration? It is not. All right, so I'm free. Do I
Well,
get
you're
my
still
movement
restrained.
back?
No, you're still restrained by the second net.
Oh. That's
Yes,
balls.
2 on you, 1 on the warg.
Then I will cast spiritual weapon with a mighty roar. And
With a mighty roar, you say.
yeah.
Okay, I would like the guys who are busy sleeping in the library and in the stables to make a perception check for me with disadvantage to see whether or not you are awoken by the mighty roar.
What about Cleef?
Advantage or disadvantage?
And Cleef.
Do I hear it normally?
No advantage, just normal rolls. Those of you asleep, disadvantage. So,
Ah! 8.
so Cleef, yeah, Cleef normal roll. Everybody else who's asleep, disadvantage.
Oh no! Wait.
Yes. So you
Oh,
get.
I'm
like-
also technically. I can hear fine. So should I roll with disadvantage?
No, you just roll normally.
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay.
5.
Then I'll
In
take it.
that case, I got 14.
Well, do you also not sleep?
Yes.
I
Or-
sleep,
'cause
so...
you're a monk.
Yeah, because of the magic of the fact that I
14 for me.
am a monk.
5.
I'll
So
let
if
you.
you were asleep, you're rolling at disadvantage, yeah?
Yes.
I mean, it was a 12 if I did disadvantage, but if not, then it's.
No, if
14.
it was no disadvantage, it would have been a beautiful 15, but with disadvantage.
Had a natural 20 or a 3, so I'm going to have a 2.
Okay, so Brienne, Trashy, both of you guys are still asleep. Monk, you hear it. Lizardman, you hear it. Cleve, you rolled it.
8.
Or what was it? 4. 8 in total. Yeah, you don't hear it, unfortunately.
I'm just about. Oh.
I rolled
You're just like, God, the bears are really noisy tonight. You're just like, what? Okay, so yes, you cast Spiritual Weapon.
The giant orc foot appears over. They've all out of nets, right? They've all thrown their nets.
Yes, they've all thrown their nets on you, and they're all carrying assortment of blades and stabby implements with them.
All right, so giant orc foot appears over this one's head
Okay.
and stomps down.
All right. What's the attack roll?
10, 16.
16. You do hit. Roll damage for me, please.
Where's my 8s? Is it 10? Is this an 8? Yeah, it's an 8. That is 5 plus 3, 8 damage.
Okay. Do 8 points of damage. Very nice. Okay, so you're currently still restrained, so you can't move. You used your bonus action, you used your action, so you are wham bam, thank you ma'am, still over there at the moment. Right, next person. It's gonna be Fane. Fane, you're still busy sleeping at the moment, so I'm just gonna skip over you for now. So I don't think anybody sleeping in the interior actually has heard anything yet. Brienne, Geralden, you guys are all sleepy, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Geralden, did you hear or did you not hear?
I got a 14, so is that a here?
Yeah, you heard you heard something outside.
I rolled 14.
With disadvantage, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
It
Then you
would be
also you like
15,
wake
yeah.
up, you're like, huh? Like, what was that?
I
What was
rolled a
that?
2. I'm blissfully unaware.
Something is going on.
So is Brienne? Who's Brienne again? Is that
That would be
backflipping?
me.
Oh, it's you. Well, I'm going to just shout. I think there's a problem outside. So I've heard something that sounds like someone being kicked by an orc, and then I'm going to run out the building.
So does that wake me up?
Oh, would that be considered raising an alarm for us to check against?
It's up to you guys.
Well, that's what I'm going to shout and say, "Oi, wake up!" I'm not going to actually wake them. I'm just going to use all of my movement. So it's, I think 30 feet.
Okay. So you're gonna run outside, so there's a Fane, Geralden.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is gonna be the dwarf. Dwarf, you're like, huh? No, what's going on? Like, your elephant companion is just literally just torn out the door after waking you all with a shout. What is your course of action? What are you doing?
I'll have you know
Geralden.
that I in fact woke them all with a trumpet.
With a of course you did. Geralden, as you run outside, the first thing you see is 3 dog-like creatures, all carrying an assortment of nets and swords, and behind them a scaled individual. Looks kind of like a lizard folk or dragonborn of some kind.
Oh dear. Well, I've used my turn, I think, to move. So I'm going to. I can't do anything from a distance. So I will head towards them at speed once I get to my neck.
Okay, no problem. Gunsil, what are you doing? It is now your turn.
I was awakened.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, what's going what? And we'll get up and see if I can look out a window to see what's going on.
Okay. You wander over to the exit to the barn and glance outside, and just barely in the dark can make out the dim forms of humanoids and the form of your companion rushing to meet them head on.
Okay. Oh, it looks like that might be a fight. I'll shake my booty. I go grab my hammer and shield and head over.
Okay. So you move your full. What's dwarves are also 30 feet, correct?
Yep.
10, 20,
Aren't
30.
dwarves 25?
I'm a tall dwarf.
Oh,
And he won't let us forget it.
you're not.
Okay, so that's Gwynsel's turn. So, next turn, we've got Lizardfolk Boy is going to see that, holy crap, there are people rushing out of the houses now suddenly. And you guys are also seeing random peasants sticking their heads out from the little shacks and homes here, like, oh, what's going on? Oh, and then you see the lizard folk raise their hand, point at you, Mr. Elephant and Mr. Dwarf Man over there in the distance, and make a curious hooking gesture, raising his palm upwards and almost like looks like he's trying to tear something out of the ground. And you see lots and lots and lots of dark brown and green thorny vines. Oh wait, that's not the line I want. Sprout here out of the ground to block you boys from moving. Yes, doesn't do anything to you immediately. So you're just this wall of vines suddenly appear, entangling, bursting out of the ground, and looping
Okay.
between the buildings, forming a wall between the two of you and this raiding group. And then for his bonus action, he does nothing. Okay, that is going to be his turn for the time being, which means the next person up is who?
Griffey, did my warg stay netted?
Your warg is make a strength save.
I did. I can't remember.
I think you rolled a 7 or something, didn't you? Wasn't
Yeah,
very high.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he's still restrained, unfortunately. Okay, Cleef.
Has Ein
You're now hearing a hoobla hoobla going on down here in this fortress.
has Ein had his turn yet?
Ein was still asleep,
Okay.
unfortunately, at the
Oh
initiative
right, yeah,
phase.
okay. Okay, so I'm seeing what's happening now, yeah, and a big spells and
You're
shit.
seeing like vines burst out of the ground and the shout of an orc, and now you can actually start hearing the baying and yipping, almost wolf or dog-like, coming from the central courtyard area. Of
Okay,
this
how far away?
5 feet per
Oh
square.
god, that's a lot of squares.
Mm-hmm.
You're a monk. You got like 1,000-foot.
How high are those?
Not that, okay,
stone
not
walls?
not far enough for my bow.
The steep walls are a good 30 feet.
Cleef's gonna dash around the wall 70 feet.
Okay. Okay, you can start moving your.
Yeah, let me count.
your 70 feet there. Alright, while Cleef is doing that, who's next on the initiative tracker? Ah, the gnome! The gnolls. We'll see
I'm gonna
gnome.
bonus
That would be
action
terrifying.
to get the rest of it as well.
Dash some more. Okay, no problem. Okay, so, random. This guy is going to rush in close to you.
They see me as a
And-
brother and embrace me. With warm
Yes, and if by
hugs.
embrace, he's going to make 3 attacks against you.
Oh,
And these other
quick
two are
question,
both going to make 3 attacks as well. What's up?
I'm pretty sure I know the answer. I have 2 attack actions. Does that let me try to get out both nets, or is that a different category of actions?
You're still in the 1 net at the moment, but you could.
You have
Well, say. Let's say when your turn comes around, you could try and break out of the net
Okay.
and attack once or something like that. Is fine. No problem. Okay, so the first Nor is going to swing at you using his mighty, rusty, stabby implement. It doesn't really deserve to be called a short sword because it's really not that well made.
No, don't do it. I haven't had my tetanus shot.
Oh, you're gonna get so much tetanus. If this guy could hit the broadside of a barn, with 3, a 5, and a 7, but luckily he has advantage because you're restrained, so he gets to go again. Ooh, that's a natural 1. That's pretty terrible. 6 is bad. 19! Plus 4.
Yeah.
23, so that's 23 to hit. Okay,
Oh,
so he
yeah.
only connects with one of his little attacks, which is nothing really too dangerous. Why has my latency suddenly gone up so high? What the heck? That's gonna be 5 points of damage to you. Then the 2 other little buddies are gonna roll against your warg. Yes, I'm having like real lag for some reason. Okay. That's a 19. What's the warg's AC, do you know?
The warg's AC is 13.
13. Okay, so that's gonna be 4 hits. And your little warg boy only takes a mighty 8 plus 8, 16 points of damage
Oof.
as they jump on top of him and start gnawing and tearing at him. And you see one of them actually reach down and bite a big old bloody chunk of meat out of his shoulder. yammering away all the time. Well, that is what they do, unfortunately. This guy's gonna split off, kick down the door, and run inside, and you guys can hear a family start screaming. This one's going to do the same on this side. Again, burst into the little hovel, and you hear the sounds of panic screaming start coming from the interior, and this one's just gonna hang back with his boss man for now. Play bodyguard. These guys are going to quite happily start their slaughter in here. Okay, so now you guys are suddenly surrounded by the sounds of combat and screaming and yelling and terrible cries coming from all around you in this courtyard. Brian, your turn. What do you do?
Oh, obviously I'm awake, so
You're awake now, yeah.
gonna move there, and can I see anything that's happening?
Well, the first thing you see is your two companions outside, and a enormous wall of writhing vines and thorns and creepers that seem to have sprung out of nowhere, creating almost a net or wall between these two structures, between you and the enemies.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna grab my crossbow and then run. Sort of get between the buildings.
Oh, you're gonna try and go around.
Yeah.
Okay, each square is 5 feet, so you can move 30 feet in around 6 squares. And you can always use your bonus action? No. You can dash again, right? But then you can't attack. Well, how does it work?
Dash is an action.
Oh, it's dashing.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you can dash
unless
using your
you're a
action instead of
rogue.
attack. Unless you're a rogue.
And dash is double movement.
Or
Yeah,
an
you
orc.
get to move again.
Yeah, and
But then
then
no
I shall
attack.
dash. Sort of, yeah, if I dash, that'll get me 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Okay.
That'll get me to there, give or take.
Yeah. That is
Can I
correct.
see, will I be able to get through the vines coming through from that side now?
It looks like you might lose some skin, but yeah, you should be able to push through them. The thorns do look mighty long and very pointy.
And the building next to me, how strong does its wall look? To my left.
Well, if you're the muscular sort, you could probably kick your way through the wall on a good day.
Okay, so it's gonna be a bit too much effort for me then. Well, I have my crossbow
Depends on
loaded
the size
and
of your
ready.
cube.
Yeah, I have my crossbow loaded and ready, so I will be moving in and attacking soon.
Okay, no problem at all. Next turn, who's up after Brienne? Who's on the initiative tracker? Shrimp! What do you do, Shrimpy boy? I
Hello,
could not hear
it
them
is-
word, yes. What was that?
Sorry.
What do you do?
Oh, I hear the noises of combat, or what I assume happenings. I go to outside the library, and go. Oh, hello. It would seem that today is violent. I must engage my what?
Jesus Christ.
And so these are like vines and
Yes.
stuff. So I assume I can realize that these.
These are what? So you cut off at the end there?
Okay. I can assume that these are not very good for my, and I would wish to avoid.
That is a pretty safe assumption, looking at the length of some of the thorns on those vines, yes.
Let me turn off the modulation when I'm actually normally.
You could just
okay.
it's fine.
Okay, so I am pretty far away from things over there, correct? Like I can see vague shapes
You can
over
just
there.
vaguely see shapes, yeah. You don't have dark vision, so it's actually tricky for you to see that far.
Okay, I can see the. Okay, I think I'm pretty much out of range for most of my stuff. I'm just gonna flex my muscles, and by that I mean I shall cast fly, so I can avoid this neat little annoyance in front of.
Okay, very good. Is there anything else? you want?
Just double checking how fast I can move. I can move 60 feet from. I already moved a couple of feet, or should I just move 60 feet as?
I don't. Is your flight movement is separate from your normal movement, isn't it? Use your move action, then use the action.
Oh
to
yeah,
cast the
yes, you're
spell.
correct. Yes. Well, my action's gonna be cast a spell, which means I basically can't do anything else until the next turn, since I can't double cast spells. Yeah, I cast fly, and then I move closer to. How far can I go to these?
Well, you
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I can move over the brush. Actually, I'll go move over here because I'll go like 10 feet high.
Okay.
I'll use some of my speed to go.
You go up. Alright, so
Yeah.
you're currently floating above the battlefield, looking down at these dog-like creatures, as well as this lizard-like creature over here, that seem to be in the process of attacking the city, and you can hear cries coming from within the buildings as they are invaded by these bestial men. So, next up, top of the initiative order, we've got Razgor. What are you doing?
Okay, is it a bonus action to make my thing hack? Or to just do it?
It's a bonus action, I believe.
Okay. First I want my companion here to try to get this net off of me.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna try that.
Okay. Roll your d20. Make your strength check.
You're kind of useless, dude. So my war's done.
He's trying his best.
He's trying his best.
I'll try to get out of the net myself. 16 plus athletics is 7, 20 something, 23.
Yeah, that's more than enough. Okay. So you break their strength status.
And I still have
So
a
you're still
attack.
prone currently.
Yeah, I spend half my movement to stand up.
That's right.
And I'm going to look at this little bastard in front of me and cleave him from head to taint.
Well, you could definitely try.
14 plus
That's a hit.
7, 21.
Yep, that's a hit.
Where's
They do
my
not have
D20?
terribly high armor class.
4 plus, that's 8 damage.
Alright. You slam down your weapon and carve a big old chunk out of its right arm. You see it yelp and drop the remains of the net and pull another blade out with the same motion.
And my little foot is going to come over here and stomp on him again.
Okay.
17 plus 6.
So hit. And then damage.
D8. 3 plus a number. 3 plus 3, 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. Again, your foot stomps down on his head and you see it stagger forward before like leaping back a few feet and like trying to bite the foot. But his teeth is just going through it at the moment. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, Fane. People are rushing out of the stable that you guys are sleeping in. Outside. What would you like to do?
I'll be right back. Use the bathroom.
Oh
Okay,
no, thanks.
skipping Fane.
Fane has
Alden.
done-
What are you doing at Alden?
Well, I've got a special ability called. Hold on, give me a second. Let me find. Step of the Wind, where I can spend a key point and get double my distances, my jump distances.
Okay.
So I want to try and use that to kind of backflip my way over this the wall of thorn.
Okay, and how high can you jump?
I see we have a disciple of Hippo here.
I don't know. That hasn't really say that on this. I can't find it on the Roll20.
What was
I've
the
been
question?
looking.
It's 3 plus your strength modifier if you move at least 10 feet.
Oh, well, 3 plus strength is 1, so 4.
Yep.
So I can do double that, which is 8. I don't know how wide these thorns are.
Just over 15 feet wide.
Oh, okay.
As you can see, three squares wide. You can go through them. It's just, yeah, pain.
Oh, actually, I'm pretty dexterous. I'll try and go through them. I'm good at the whole diving, ducking
Dip, dodge, dive, and weave.
bingo.
Okay, no problem at all. Okay, so first off, when you dive into the area, it counts as difficult terrain. So if you normally have 30 feet of movement, it's going to take you all your movement to pretty much move through this section.
Yeah.
Because it's twice as much. But you do take 2d4 points of piercing damage if you enter the area.
Oh, there's no resistance to it or anything like that.
No. It doesn't look like you get a save. It's just a straight up, if one moves into the area, one takes a little bit of damage. Not a huge amount, just a smidge.
Yeah, no, then that's fine. Then I'm just gonna do that.
Okay, you take 5 points of damage, and you manage to dip, dodge, dive, and weave your way through out to the other side. And that is your movement. Unless you want to do some... Oh, don't you have more than 30 feet? You're a monk, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm working on finding that out quickly and on the beyond D&D.
It's at the top, right next to your proficiency
My
bonus,
walking
which
is 40 feet. Sorry. So
you still have another 10 feet remaining once you come out the other side.
well, I'm gonna head towards the bodyguard and he's.
Okay, so you start hauling ass over to those guys. Alright, anything else you'd like to do?
There's nothing else I can do. I don't have range attacks, so
No range
that's
weapons.
it really.
Okay. Alright, so that's you done. Fine, I skipped you because you weren't here for some reason.
What? What are you
The
talking about?
initiative order.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Ein, what do you do?
So I'm walking now.
You are awake,
Yeah.
yes, that is correct.
I'm woke as fuck.
Okay.
well,
So
not
what
work
do
as
you do in
fun.
this state?
So each fucking thing here is how long?
5 feet.
Run fucking. How far can I?
Whatever
Thirty,
you
One
make
so
it
I
twice as
walk-
you're walking.
So 60 feet.
That is correct.
So somewhere around here.
Okay. So you run up to the wall of thorns. Is there anything you'd like to do once you reach that, or is that your action for the turn?
I mean, yeah, running
Well,
isn't.
Do you have any
I-
bonus actions, anything you can use?
I'll fucking do my mage armor thing. I can do,
Isn't a bonus action.
I think so. It's just
Okay.
at will.
Yeah, but it still usually has a casting time. At will just means it doesn't use a spell slot. I think mage armor is a normal action if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's
I'm just bobbing the bathroom. I'll be back in a moment.
All good. Okay, so Fane runs up, casts mage armor on himself. Golden is gone. Gwynzel, what are you doing?
Let's see. Question about the vines. Are they magical vines?
It's a pretty good theory that they're magical, seeing as they weren't here when you guys arrived here.
Right, right. Oh, let's see here. Walk over here. Let's see if I can.
Talking is a free action, and you see a hovering Warforged to your right.
Ah, that's interesting.
Hovering over, like, the brambles and stuff.
How thick are the vines?
What, individually or the mass?
Mass.
It's about this squares that they cover here. They cover roughly 15 feet.
I want to walk through that. So I'll walk up to the edge and cast Thunderwave.
Okay. All right. So
My intention here is to destroy them, so I don't have to walk through them.
Sure. We can see if that works. Okay. So you're just gonna cast it from where you're standing currently, or where are you moving to?
Yep,
What's the range on Thunderwave?
15 feet.
You're gonna blast Fane if you're standing cast where you're standing currently.
Is that?
Is Thunderwave a cone or
Cone.
AoE?
Cone.
Okay, so you're just gonna cast it in a cone. Alright. Sure. Mark over Thunderwave and roll your damages. And I will see if it does anything.
$15.
15. Okay. You blast a trench clear through the vines using Thunderwave, and almost immediately the waves burst out of the ground again and knit together to form a wall.
That's bullshit.
And when that happens, you actually, now that you see the initial vines bursting from the ground, you know what this is. It's a spell that you're familiar with. Spike growth. Something that you yourself are capable of doing.
I like to think that the dwarf actually said, "Oh, that's bullshit."
Yeah, no, I literally, that's what he says. He's like, that's bullshit. Well, I will wait, because I can't do anything else this turn. I'm not going to walk through.
Okay. No problem at all. Okay, so Quincel's turn done. Next, it's going to be our shaman friend. It's gonna look up there. It's gonna go through a quick glance around. What kind of armor are you wearing, Razgor?
What was it called? Chainmail.
Chainmail. Gralden, you're not wearing metal. Fane, you're not wearing metal. Gwencel, you wearing metal?
No.
His
No metal
armor's
on
made
you.
of rock.
My chainmail is made of teeth.
I made
And
stone
shrimp.
armor.
I am very lightly armored at the moment. I don't know what my base control.
Yeah, I'm not gonna assume that. I'm not gonna cast heat metal on you as a person. Don't worry.
Okay, but no, I'm not wearing any extra attached armor that could be heated with heat metal. I am my base alloy is resistant to heat.
That sounds fabulous. All right, no problem at all. That sounds fabulous.
And-
sounds really good.
And by resistant to heat, I mean you can't heat it with heat metal. It is in fact not resistant to heat. I'm very much like pretty hurtable by fire.
Okay. The druid, seeing this BS, that you guys are being all sorts of difficult, is going to cast. Ooh, that's not a bad idea actually.
I love that spell.
He's going to cast heat metal, Razgor, on your weapon.
Where's the druid?
That would be
This one.
the boy over here.
Why do you hate me?
Well, you're the man with the metal bits, unfortunately. I'm very
Why do
sorry.
you do this?
He glanced around for the nearest target with metal. It's not his fault. Okay, so he's just gonna cast heat metal on you.
On my
And
axe?
On your axe, yes, that you're currently using. Okay, and yeah, that's just 2d8 points of damage to you. So let me just grab some d8s and roll that quickly.
Not a,
This is exactly the wooden hand.
Metal weapon or suit. Okay, so that's just going to be.
Well, you know, you're only heating the metal.
It
part.
radiates real fucking hot.
Yeah,
right in
it's
his face.
like white hot.
Fucking wood is actually a good fucking.
Yeah, but this is magic!
Okay,
It's magic, and it's
bust.
also
He has no
metal.
more. It will become bust. He has no more weapon.
Yeah.
There you go.
Age of magic.
what kind of work
Okay.
only carries
When I
one
look at
weapon?
That's fine.
If it-
That's 11 points of fire damage to you, Asgore.
No save?
No save. That's one of the great things about heat metal. Doesn't allow saves. Imagine if you cast somebody's armor.
Drop the weapon.
Yeah, your save is get the
Or
hell away
off
from the
races,
weapon.
I mean, you know, there's no way that it could never be used as an effective interrogation technique.
How much
Or
damage
that.
did you say?
11 points. Okay. And you hear him scream, Halak Kacha! And you see some of these people start exiting from the building. Weapons dripping in red. This one has got a villager under one arm, kind of just dragging them in the dust behind them. And it looks like they have gotten what they have came for and are busy retreating from the fight.
Good job, fucking closing us into this fucking thorn thing.
Yeah. Okay, Gralden, Gwyncel, Shaman, Cleef. Cleef and Leed's turn. What are you doing?
Cleef's gonna continue his run.
Great escape.
He's gonna dash over to here And then bonus action, dash some more just to the top of the wall. And then, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one over here is gonna get hit with some bolts from the grave.
Okay.
While doing it back.
Of course.
Hold on, let me see if they've actually noticed you at all. Aren't you passive? No, never mind. Yeah, no, never mind. They're not really paying attention to what you're doing. They're focused here.
Okay.
Okay.
I
yes.
rolled a 25.
Oh, that's definitely a hit. That's a lot of AC. Yeah. And that was hopefully not damage.
No. That was the
Okay.
hit. Damage. Oh. 8. 8 plus
8.
5, so 13. 13
13 points of
necrotic damage as I shoot a
What does
laser.
the beam look
It is a pure black beam that absorbs all light and it comes out of my mouth.
That is absolutely terrifying.
Let's go.
Razgor, you are treated to the very vivid scene of this knoll having a good chunk of its torso disintegrated by a ravening black beam.
That they
from
can't
the
see because
wall.
it's night time.
It's nice. It's like a darker
That's
black
like dark vision, so...
By the way, Griffey, if he's casting heat metal on me, he loses concentration on his vines, right?
Nope.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Metal is not concentration.
Yes,
OP
it is.
nerf, please.
Not for this boy, it's not.
Done.
Enjoy DMG monsters, yo.
And with that, Cleef turnover as he
Turn
sits on top
over.
of the wall.
Okay. Very nice, very nice. Okay, Nor's turn. They're going to continue slamming your warg into delicious warg bits. For them, this is kind of delicious. Wow, that is a really terrible roll. So that's a hit. These 5... The warg's still restrained, so these 5... These still... God damn it. Give advantage. Come on, you guys can do this. I believe in you. What's the warg's AC? 17.
13. Mine's
13.
17.
That's a hit, that's a hit, that's a hit, that's a hit. That's only 4 hits, you'll be fine. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so the 4 of them are now just like going ham, chopping and slicing and gnawing and biting.
There's 3 of them.
12. Yeah. But there's only 2 of them attacking your warg. One of them is engaged in combat with you. They have 3 attacks each, so that's 5,
Oh.
11, 14, 18 points of damage to the warg.
Poof.
As they're just like ripping and
No.
tearing into it now. Staring out like chunks of meat and flavoring it down and just like they're just loving it. They're McDonald's at this point. It's like the best thing ever. And this little guy over here is very unimpressed with the fact that you hit him with an axe and then stomped on him with an ethereal foot. So he's going to go in for his 3 attacks against you as well. Ooh, 19, 17. Okay, so that's only 2 hits. He doesn't get advantage. He's going to lean forward. Ooh, that's a good hit. He's going to bite you in the neck for 8 points of damage and shank you with one of his short swords for another 4 points of damage.
Do I see him bitten in the neck? Oh, I
Yes.
make a mental note of that. We may have to put him down.
Okay, and these guys are going to regroup. You guys can hear screaming and weeping now as more and more of the villagers are getting pulled out. And that's them. Okay, the wars are done. Who's next on the initiative? You guys can tell me up there. Me!
That's
Okay,
fine.
Bria, what are you
Oh no,
doing?
I'm an idiot.
Squeeze your way past the vines.
I squeeze my way past there. And I'm gonna take a shot at the...
This boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
with my crossbow.
Go for it.
Oof, I say.
Oof, I say. What did you roll?
Not enough.
What was it? Nulls are not well known for having high AC.
11.
Ooh, almost. Very, very close to hitting him.
Yeah, see?
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yes, as my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see the lizard folk the shaman thing dude from here?
You can, but it's very difficult. It's just like faint outlines. Unfortunately, as a human, you do not have dark vision. So they're
I
just
wouldn't
like
be-
dim
I just
shapes.
the outlines. I wouldn't be able to differentiate between what's what, would I?
No, you're just discerning these shapes in the darkness at this point.
Okay. Okay, hang on. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, take a pot shot. Done. Cleave, Norse, Brie, and Shrimp. You are floating above this snarly mass. What do you do?
Okay, so what did these nulls do? You said that their weapons were bloody.
This one
or
is
are they
currently-
dragging?
Yeah, this one is dragging a villager out, and this one's weapons are dripping with gore, and his muzzle is also red with gore. And this one hasn't done anything yet. He's just sticking close to this guy.
So I shall maneuver or hover my way over here using my 60 feet over here,
Yeah.
within range. And I was going to ask for you to stop this assault. However, I see you are trying to kill innocent. No, I see you're trying to take innocent. So I will ask you to decease. And I cast Psionic Blast.
Okay, and what does that do? And what?
It's a 30-foot cone. So I assume it hits basically all of these guys.
20, 30, yeah, save assumption.
They must make a dexterity saving. And mine is the saving stacks 50.
Okay, so the nulls +2, he's got +0. Okay, so I'll do this dice for the nulls. We'll do these 3 here. Okay, so nulls. What's the DC you say?
50.
15, 19, 19, and 16. So all 3 of them pass, and the lizard folk. Lizard folk is definitely not a pass. That's a 3. He's a fail. Okay, and what happens to them on a success and on a fail?
On success, they take half damage of what I'm going to tell you now. And the guy who fails is knocked. And the damage is, for the failing guy, it is 25.
Oh, wow.
Griff, you remember Astartes Part 4 where the Psyker uses the force thing on the Marines?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so instantly, Divine Mass flickers out of existence, and this guy is knocked prone, right?
Yeah, the other option would be to go 20 feet back, but I think it just says like...
Okay, so you knock him prone.
Oh
And
no, he is pushed 20 feet directly away from me and is knocked. It's both.
Dragon Ball Z shit.
Jesus. Okay, so that guy is... He's like on the ground, and it looks like you broke one of his arms, and there's a rib sticking out through his armor on the right-hand side, and his eardrums are bleeding, and his eyes are bleeding. He looks very messed up. You've ruined his day. These guys, however, are 1, 2, 3. Actually, no, he passed as well. I forgot it was a bonus.
Yeah,
okay, so they take how much? 24, you said, right? 25.
Out of 25, half. So
Half.
how much?
Okay, so this guy just gets being deleted after cleave shot and that damage. He is no longer existent. He is dead. Do they still get moved even if they succeed, or is that in the failure?
No. Target takes half damage and isn't pushed or...
Okay, so these guys are okay, but they are looking messed up. And this barrier over here is gone. It is gone with the wind.
Yep, and there's like a...
Yeah,
kind
like
of
the
an after
the
effect.
dust trail?
Like,
the dust trail where you come into the village, like the little mud path that has been trampled into this keep over the decades, it's been swept clean. You guys can actually see the original flagstones beneath that from this blast of energy that has been emitted from your
Quick,
companion.
lady, gotta change the map.
Okay, done. Anything else that you're doing, Shrimp, or is that it?
No, I don't. I can't cast any spells as a.
Razgor.
If I were.
What are you doing?
Wow, Shrimp has single-handedly outdone all of us in the show-off to the peasants.
Just flying in here like mechanical Jesus and just blasting some fools. Okay, Razgor, what are you doing?
I think I'm going to attack my little buddy here in front of me first.
Yep.
16 plus 7's a lot.
That's
Oh,
okay.
I dropped my fucking hot axe. Pull
Okay.
out my maul.
Okay. Wait, why do you have a maul and an axe?
Cause I'm a fucking orc.
I know you're an orc. I'm just thinking that poor like shaman has just got his ass blasted. It's like, why does he have a maul and an axe?
Alright, that's 8 damage.
Okay. You like slam your maul into him, and it looks like he's just barely hanging on to life. Like he is just on the
Bastard.
brink of death.
Alright, I'm gonna use my spiritual weapon to try to finish him off.
Okay.
17 plus a lot.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to assume he's dead because he only has 1
8.
point remaining.
Yeah, 8 plus
you,
whatever.
You just like gork his foot, his brain. Like his whole head is just caved in as he is stomped to death.
I'm gonna step
Okay,
up and
leaving
attack
his 2 very fresh companions.
the middle one. Set as 14.
You hit?
And I'm going to pump a smite into this.
Oh wow, you're Mr. Fancy Pants.
That's 16, 20 damage.
Wow. You basically slam them all into his head, and this one drops like a rock. You just like, boom.
I rolled a
I like that whack-a-mole thing.
Yeah, you basically rearrange his anatomy slightly. His brain is now found slightly south of his asshole.
On my 6s, I rolled a 6 and a 1. On my 8s, I rolled an 8 and a 1.
Nice. Very nice.
I
Okay.
I pick my maul up with the spinal cord still hanging on the bomb. I just point to the other knoll. Say, run.
Okay. Razgor done. Fane, your turn.
Run, my little chunk of XP.
What is Fane doing?
I'm gonna. Let me see.
Yeah, guys, please think about your turns ahead of time. We're a big group, so I want to keep things moving.
This is 30 feet, and this is not close enough for me to do anything.
If you're not close enough, then dash.
Yeah, because asshole damn put me like way.
That's where you
back.
guys were sleeping.
That's
I'm-
where
I'm-
everybody starts. Bruh. Bruh.
You could have slept by me and got fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
I'm-
You wouldn't get destroyed if we were two there.
I'm going to move my special weapon also, Griffey.
Okay.
10, 15, 20.
I'm a very heavy man.
The boot is moving closer to the snake.
Yeah,
man.
that lizard folk's like, no, not like this.
Boot meet ass. Ass meet
There's a boot on my snake.
Okay. So, what are you doing, Ein?
I can't do anything.
Okay, next. Who's up after Fane? Gralden! What is Gralden doing?
Golden has just worked out that I can run something like 160 feet in one round. So I'm going to run up to the lizard and curb stomp him in the groin. Multiple.
Oh no! Why would you do this? I can do
I'm-
160 feet, holy crap.
Yeah, because my speed is 40 feet normally, walking.
Okay, and key point to dash for a bonus action, and then that's 80 feet. Oh, well, still enough either way.
And then I'm going to attack him twice.
Oh no! This poor guy's on the ground, so...
One
You
attack is
You actually have disadvantage
18.
against prone targets, believe it or not. No, wait, I lie. You have advantage against prone targets. There's ranged weapons that have
Oh,
disadvantage.
okay.
against
Well,
prone
one is 18, and the other one
targets. Yeah.
16.
Both of them connect, unfortunately.
Then I'm going to use hold on. I'm just doing all of this in one time. Then I'm going to use flurry of blows because I hit him once to attack another 2 times.
Didn't you use a key point to run this far?
No, I did not.
Oh. Wait, how did you get this
Wait.
far? Like, can you dash as a monk without doing that, or what?
Well, I can run as a monk, can I not?
That's an action.
That's an action normally. So
Oh.
rather you use your your key point. I think you can spend a key point to dash, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
As
you
a
can.
monk.
Yes.
Yeah, so to run, key point to run
Key point to
again.
dash is a bonus action.
Yeah, and then just use your normal attacks to pummel him.
Okay, well I've pummeled up, hit him twice then I assume.
Okay, what's your damage dice? This is to get everybody used to how their classes work.
No, it's
since
fine. It's 1d6 plus 3, so I got
Okay.
that's 8 plus 6, so I curb stomp him. I groin stomp him for a good 14 points of damage.
Jesus. The poor guy on the ground is still like trying to like get himself, like pull himself together. Like, you know, he's just had his brain scrambled by some thing that he's never seen before in his life, and he just gets to see an elephant walk up and like African savannah his ass on the ground. You know, just like stomp, stomp, kick, stomp. You know, straight to like every shot just hits him in the groin. Like the men amongst you are all like, ooh, like damn, that is just the worst.
Welcome to Americado. We always
He
restart
is-
the groin.
He's just barely hanging on. Like, he's so close to death at this point. A stiff breeze will probably do him in. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Grolden?
Hold on, let me just check. I'm just checking to see if I've got anything else in my special. Sorry.
It's all good.
I thought I was going to get all the blows off, so I was happy with the flurry of blows, but
That's all good. Okay, Gwincel, while Grolden is checking, what are you doing?
Well, I was going to murder the druid to show him who was the best druid, but that's not going to happen.
I mean,
I look at-
doesn't it look
I-
like he's dead?
Yeah?
Oh, nothing.
He's
I'm
just
done.
looking around.
That was it. Just curb
Yes.
stomping him.
What are you doing, Grolden?
Nurse him back with health and kill him again.
This one still kept running off with a
Cure
villager,
wound
yeah?
attack.
Yes, this one still has a villager.
Okay, so I'm looking around. It's like, yeah, that'll work.
I will be back in 5 minutes, but I think
all
that'll
good.
be okay considering how the turns are going.
Yeah,
I
it's all
cast-
good. All good.
I cast Erupting Earth right here.
Or where?
In front of this guy.
In front of this guy. Okay, and what does that do?
Yeah. Erupting Earth. Choose a point you can see on the ground within range. A fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on that. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 3d12 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Okay.
Additionally, the
do?
ground
Save?
in that area. 15.
Okay, so roll your damage dice, and what is the save type? Is it the dexterity or constitution, or what is it?
Dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay, so it's 15, he has to roll again. He rolls 10 plus 2 is 12. So no, he fails, and he takes how much damage?
Let's see.
That is a lot of dice.
20.
Yeah, you guys see this fountain of earth just burst forth from the ground, almost like rocks grinding each other against each other like a meat grinder. And when it is gone, there's nothing, just a stain and some mangled and bent weapons and the remains of clothing when the earth pulls itself back in after the eruption where this one used to be.
Both these guys would be affected as well.
Okay, let me roll the save for him.
Oh no, the peasant!
It's all good.
Peasant can save.
Peasant doesn't save. He saves though. How much damage did you roll? You said?
20!
20.
20. So he takes 10 points of damage, and the lady he's carrying is eviscerated, carved into pieces.
Throws
Her
her.
leg actually gets flung away from her and lands near the gate behind Grolden. Dripping blood.
Hold on, if he saves, wouldn't she be de facto saved?
He saved because she's
he's
using
carrying
her as a shield!
Okay. Whatever. Alright, other guy.
She is very dead. But yes, he takes 10 points of damage. He's currently still standing, although he's looking extremely bloody. Not in a good place at all. Okay, anything else you would like to do?
Who would have hit this
Apologise
guy?
profusely.
Which that?
This one?
20 foot. No, that's a bit far away, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a cube, so just barely miss him, isn't it? 1,
Oh, you already took the other token off.
2, 3, 4, and it's 20 by 20, right? So it's 4 squares. Yeah, you're right. It does hit this guy. That is.
Is it?
If it's 20 by 20, yeah.
That seems way too big.
It seems, yeah, 10, that's like 20-foot cube is like what?
Is it a radius or a cube?
Something like that?
It's 4 by 4 squares, actually. Yeah, so it would be these
Yeah,
guys,
so
basically.
the-
These two, yeah. Not this one as well. Yeah, because each of these is 5 feet. Okay, so that guy's still okay for now, although he does have an angry Razgor on his face, so it's not really okay, but he takes what he can get. The shaman is going to
Get up.
use. Yes, I think this is the right time. He's going to use sudden rush, which allows him to move 60 feet without provoking attacks of opportunity. So he uses half his movement to get up and to run away.
Like
And then he
the-
goes, "Screw you, you crazy bastards," and turns it into a bird and flies 160 feet straight up into the air away from you guys. Because he ain't got time to get groin stomped by you fools anymore. Okay, leaving this guy who's extremely mangled. This guy is still fairly healthy, and then these compatriots in the woods. Okay, so it's gonna be his turn. Cleef, your turn.
Hello.
Hello.
Cleef is going to move 35 feet. Then
Yeah.
Cleef is going, as a bonus action, to Misty Step behind this one,
Okay.
and then just do a stabby stab.
Stabby stab, roll to hit.
A natural 1.
Natural 1.
Ooh.
You're like line up the perfect spinal shock where you're gonna go like pass right into his
And-
kidneys, and at that moment you like tumble forward like ugh, like just in pain from getting pummeled by
I
all the
accidentally
stones.
stab part of the woman.
You stab part of the woman. That is correct. Unfortunately. Is there anything else Keith would like to do?
Just look in disgust back at the racist.
Okay. These gnomes are also going to use sudden rush, so they're gonna go 15, 30, 45, 60. Oops.
I'm not no.
15, 30, 45, 60. And these ones are also going to. I'm just going to move them as a group. Make it here. 5, 10, 15, 20. They start running into the woods. Get away from you crazy ones. You crazy people!
That one guy had to run through rough. All that area is considered a harder terrain to run through.
Okay. Good to know. So he doesn't get quite that far.
Ooh. Quite that
Oh,
puts
no.
him-
Oh no. Ah, the poor Knolls. They just don't get a catch a break tonight. It's just no luck for them, unfortunately. Okay. And that is going to. Oh, actually, this doesn't actually use a movement, so they're just going to use their normal movement. Go even deeper into the woods. Okay. And then that's going to be them. Who's next up after the Nors?
Me. Are there
Brienne.
torches or anything sort of like by that entryway? Anything to make it better lit? Or is it
Unfortunately
also
not.
just for- So
They
I can
can't
s-
afford. They can't afford to burn torches at night.
Shame. We're peasants. So I can make out outlines.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a pot shot with my crossbow at this outline here.
Sure.
Right.
Do the gnolls that live in the forest know that torches are just tree branches?
Oh no, the gnolls aren't using. They don't need torches. They can see in the dark.
Oh.
Talking about the villagers.
Oh.
That's a miss.
torch, me lord?
Oh god.
That's 11 to hit. It's a miss.
That's unfortunately a little bit too low in this case. Little bit too low.
Damn it.
Okay. Shrimp, anything you're doing?
How much in total would you say that the lizard folk druid is away from me at this moment?
At
Oh,
this
gosh.
moment?
In total.
Probably like in total, probably like a good 200 feet,
Dark.
bit more.
What's the range of fireball?
I could Did they lose any distance because of they had to go up and I was already up 10 feet? So
You were up
could I
10
catch
feet.
them with 120 feet? 180 feet.
You would be 180
If-
feet.
if-
You say? You would be about.
If I moved 60 feet towards them, would 120 feet range hit?
You would still be 20 feet short, unfortunately.
Yeah, darn. Anything I can use to get 20 feet up.
It's Falcons,
Are
man.
you-
They fast as fudge, boy.
Are you trying to fireball him?
Oh no, I'm just trying to magic missile the dude.
Forest shipments, like why? Okay,
But I
hang on,
don't
what's
think
the
I
range
have
on magic
just
missile?
nothing. 120 feet for magic missile. Unless there's something that I can use to increase my flying speed, but unfortunately. Okay, what is the? But then I wouldn't be able to cast anything.
Ah.
Can you cast two spells?
Bonus action mode.
Yeah, can you? How was the ruling on that? Can I cast before one of these bonus?
It works a specific way. If you cast a spell as a bonus action, you can cast a non-cantrip spell during your turn.
Thanks, Zippo.
A non-cantrip spell.
You can't cast a non-cantrip spell during your turn if you use a bonus action to cast a spell.
Oh, darn.
So if you use Misty Step, which is
Wait.
a bonus action, then you can only fire a cantrip.
Okay, Misty Step
you-
is how
if you
much?
use-
30 feet.
Yeah, if you have something like a fighter, fighter can cast a spell, action surge, cast a spell, for example.
Okay. So I could move with 30 feet extra from Misty Step. What range would it need to be to hit?
You would have to have a cantrip that can reach out a minimum of 120 feet to be able to hit him.
I mean, yeah, that's not really worth it. The only thing that can reach that far is message. And I'm not sure if I want to sending them a message is worth the first level spell, so fudge that.
Okay.
You and the
Okay,
horse
so
you
what
rode
other-
in on.
The two at the gate.
So are there any gnolls still? Do I see
This
any
one.
other gnolls?
This one and this one. The two that survived your blast are still here.
I probably don't even know that these gnolls exist already.
Oh, you could see them, but yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean these gnolls in
Oh,
the
these?
wood.
No, you don't even know about those.
Okay. All right. So this no. Okay, I'm just gonna yell. We'll capture. Oh well, I can actually say. Capture this one, and I point towards this one.
one
And
covered
I
in-
let myself fall 10 feet as I.
Apologies,
cast
boys.
another-
I'm back now.
I let myself fall 10 feet as I cast another spell. Actually, no, I'll fly down first before I let my fall, because this is another concentration spell. And I cast Insinuation on that one. I don't know how much damage it actually can take anymore. But
Sure.
is
What
it
does it
it'll
say?
die or it'll be incapacitated?
What spell? What
Wisdom
save?
saving.
doesn't
Wisdom saving.
have- 9.
Okay, my wisdom saving throw is 15. And it takes 1d12 psychic damage.
Oh.
Let's see. Can I just choose not to kill it with it and just take the incapacitation?
How much did you roll for damage? 12.
I have rolled a maximum.
Don't capture that one. His
Unfortunately-
head explodes.
You literally like scanners the poor Noel. It's just like poof, like an overripe grapefruit.
Oh.
I meant that one.
Oh no.
Well, we shall capture the other one.
That other one, you're only looking at half a no.
Okay. Shrimp done. Razgor, your turn. What are you doing?
I'm going to. He moves 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to chase him with my movement and my bonus action. Menacing, missing, or intimidating. There's something that lets me move another 30
Yeah.
feet,
Okay.
and I will I'll cast Hold Person on him.
Ooh, save.
Wisdom save 14.
Oh, 16. Natural.
You
He passes.
bastard. Alright, then I just
Forget your move.
I just hold my maul up in the air waiting for him to move.
No,
What about your mighty boot? Does that not get to do anything?
I use my bonus action to use menacing.
Ah,
a menacing boot?
Is it menacing? Aggressive,
I don't know.
aggressive.
Okay, that's we're done. Fane, what are you doing?
Is it? I am here. I'm gonna run here and
Oh, I need to mark
fucking
this.
chop this thing. Is it dead?
Depends how much movement do you have, bro. You can move 6 squares.
Here, so here somewhere.
That's right, you can move 6 squares with normal movement.
God damn it. Oh, guess I'm not doing anything this round too.
Aren't you a warlock? You
Yeah,
have
don't worry,
spell
welcome
slots
to
and a
my world.
shape-shifting weapon.
I know. You should be shooting. Why cannot you
No,
shoot the warlock?
I am not a shooty warlock.
Ah,
Okay.
He's a stabby
Stabby
warlock,
warlock.
that's the difference.
There is. There is.
There is, of course. Okay, well fine. Gralden, your prey has transformed into a bird and yeeted up into the sky about 200 feet hell away from you. What would you like to do?
Is it? Well, sorry, what happened? Did I miss? Have I missed just one turn?
200 feet.
No, it's you haven't missed any of your turns actually.
Okay, so the lizard folk person over there is actually flying, but just far
Yes.
away.
Yeah, he's very far up in the sky, about 200 feet.
Unfortunately, I don't think wind step will allow me to yeet myself 200 feet into the air.
However, there is a knoll next to you that is looking like he's about to get gangbanged.
You could yeet the knoll 200 feet in the air potentially if you can hit it hard enough.
Ooh.
Okay.
Too
what are you
bad
doing?
someone can't yeet me into the air 200 feet so I can punch a bird.
You're too fast.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up to the knoll and punch it twice in the back of the head.
Okay, he just sucker punched the poor knoll from behind twice. Rolls it hit.
Natural 20s.
One is 10.
Neither of those actually hit. The knoll is like so stressed out by the fact that Raskor is going to stab him. He's just like preemptively ducking and diving, like trying to feint him out, just so
What?
that he
Do you
doesn't
have,
get
like-
absolutely crumped.
Do you have like
Doesn't he get
fingers on your
advantage
hands, or
for
you just have like the
flanking?
big elephant foot hoof?
I like to think I've got the big elephant hoof, but it's somehow I can pick things up, and I have like.
Trunk.
You get the hoof and a thumb.
I don't know if you ever watched that kids show about the elephant
Rupert.
royalty.
No,
how
not
they had
Rupert.
Windsail.
Yeah, they had
Baby
flat
bar.
elephant hands,
Baba,
but
that's
they
the
could
one.
still
Baba.
pick things up and
Rupert's a bear.
use switches and drive cars and.
Gwynzel, your turn. What are you doing?
There's just the one knoll.
Yes,
Surrounded by people I probably don't want to kill yet.
probably.
I'm gonna have to manage my AoEs. I don't know if you realize this. I've gone AoE heavy, so I'm gonna move up a little bit.
Okay.
You want this guy alive or dead?
I'm
Live.
thinking.
Alive.
Oh, okay.
How does he look? Does he look like he's feeling
He
good?
hasn't actually been hit by anything really.
But
Taken
he
a
shit
couple of
kicked
scratches, but he's like, yeah, he's currently in the process of trying to run the hell away from you guys.
What's he standing on?
a pile of
The dirt road leading into the keep.
Some
Okay.
organs from that
I was
woman
like,
you
okay,
killed.
good.
Actually, no, isn't it now more like there's cobblestones? Or
Yeah,
the-
there's like cobblestones, that kind of thing, and the dirt.
I'm gonna say I'll just use mold earth and just make a pit under him so he can't run away, and he's captured. Would not take damage. It would just basically move the dirt out from under him.
That's how deep, like 5 feet, 10 feet?
5 feet. 5 feet.
5 foot cube.
Probably not
I don't know.
terribly effective at capturing people, not gonna lie.
God
Okay,
damn it.
then I won't do it.
I mean, he's taller than 5 feet.
Yeah, but he'd have to climb out of that hole now.
And if he's
Surrounded.
If he's 5 foot down, isn't he technically prone? To me.
Almost.
Bro.
Okay, so what are you doing, Trashy? You
Oh,
want to drop him 5 feet?
It'd be whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole.
It would take him a lot of movement to get back out again, but yes, he would technically not be incapacitated per se. You need a slightly deeper pit for that. You would still be able to attempt to move out or run out or climb out.
Okay. I will then cast Frostbite on him.
Okay. Well, is he going to save or do you need to hit? How does it work?
A 15 Constitution save.
8.
All right.
Defense.
What Frostbite does is you cause numbing frost to form on one creature that you can see within range, in this case 60 feet. That target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 1d6 cold damage, and it has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of the next.
Okay.
And since I'm level 5, that's 2d6.
Okay. Roll your damages.
Ow!
7.
7 points damage. Okay, you guys like see
Disadvantage.
the fur ice up as the dwarf uses an arcane gesture to basically
Alright.
find your target.
Let's chill him out. I think we can get some information out of him.
Okay, Shaman's turn. Shaman is just gonna meet up with his homies. He's going to get the hell away from you people. Cleef, your turn.
Cleefs is just gonna bonus action dash just to there for now, and then ready a grapple if he tries to come at me or move.
No sneak
Nope.
attack? Okay. Okay.
Unless I can
Sneak attack.
non-lethal him.
Yeah, you can non-lethal somebody with an attack.
Can I non-lethal him with my mouth laser?
No.
Okay, then I'll just non-lethal him with a thingy.
It's not a sentence I thought I'd give to know.
Yes, a hit.
Yeah, you hit. Okay, how much damage is on your sneak attack?
So, I need d8. Where's my d8s? That one.
Oof.
That 19.
19 points of damage. Yeah, you just cold cock him in the back of the head and he just drops like a rock. He is unconscious. Alright. And with that, combat is over.
Yay.
And you guys are left in the deafening silence of the evening.
I'm gonna walk right up to Gwynsail.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
What? Oh, I do some backflips on the way. What the shit and fuck was that? As I kick an arm at him from a woman that he murdered. Aha, that's what I thought.
His silence is very
Trashy, are you dead?
It's very telling.
While they're doing this, I'm gonna go and see if there's anyone I can bandage up. Because
Okay.
it looks like there are people in some of these buildings that may have gotten slightly stabbed.
How many corpses are laying around?
Several Knoll corpses. There's not a corpse for the woman so much as a plethora of organs and some shredded limbs. Which building are you checking?
I shake my head. If I look at the guy who's in charge and say, where you think you... And I start
guy?
thinking,
Which guy?
who's in charge?
Of
In
what?
this thing.
Well, he's not here. They're all asleep in their homes during this attack. Bear in mind, this was
So where
all a
the
very
fuck is
short
he?
battle of a few minutes. The Burgermeister's probably in his house somewhere. Probably over here in the back, in this little structure over here. This blue one attached
Well,
to the
he's a
stables.
bad burgomaster if he's not here.
Okay. Okay, so sorry. Grolden, you step into this little shack, and you step through the splintered door, and unfortunately, the interior has been turned into a bit of an abattoir. There are the bodies of a man and a woman. The man closer to the door, he's got many cuts and stab wounds, and it looks like a chunk of meat ripped out of his one arm by the Knoll's teeth. It looks like he was trying to fend them off away from his wife when he got put down. And the woman in the interior also looks like her throat was cut, and she's lying on the pile of straw that they use for bedding, and looks like the Knolls took the few moments to eat some of the softer flesh from her belly and from her inner thighs, where the meat is softest. But they unfortunately are both dead.
Okay, I mean that's very sad, but I'm gonna just go through all the houses and see if there's anyone who's injured that I can try and bandage up.
Okay, Brian, you're busy checking this little hovel, well, one of the sets of
Yeah,
hovels
I'm
here.
checking out this house. Hovel room thing.
Room check.
Also a charnel house, or
Slightly. Again, we find the body of a woman near the front door. Many stab wounds, most of them defensive. However, behind her you find the two children that appear to be unharmed, huddling in the corner, a boy and a girl. It looks like she managed to put up enough of a fight so that they couldn't get to the children before they pulled back out again from the raid.
I call out, "We have survivors," and I move over towards the
People
children.
are now starting to like peek out of their houses and cautiously starting to come outside now that the sounds of the fighting have died down. And you guys actually see the form of Father Gregory, as well as the Burgermeister, hurrying over to where you are. All
How many people are in this village?
in the village itself.
Yeah.
You haven't done an exact head count, but probably about 100 at most.
Did the Null get away?
Got away. No, he's just lying there. I'm just taking the token off the board from him.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't really need him there anymore.
I'm gonna drag him back to the stables and tie him to like a beam.
Okay. Tying the prisoner up in the stables itself.
And
Okay.
Do I see pitchforks and spades and stuff like that?
Yeah, you see a small selection of tools that have been neatly stacked in the corner. They kind of swept the stable out and made it as hospitable as possible for you lot to stay in. I mean, it's not much, but it is at least somewhat clean comparative to the rest of the town.
I'm gonna grab everything that could look almost like a weapon, like a spade or anything that could be wielded to do damage.
Yeah.
And I scoop them all up, take them to the middle of the town center, and throw them on the ground. And I scream out, "There is many of you, and only 4-ish gnolls. Why did y'all cower? You could have banded together and killed them. These people's deaths are in your hands."
You see a few people like look away from you, like unwilling to meet your eyes.
I pick up
The
one of
vast
the
majority of
pitchforks
them,
and just
it's
yeet
such
it into a wooden wall.
You just harpoon one of the wooden walls near them. At this point, maybe what you're saying is sinking in, but honestly, in the wake of this attack so soon, a lot of them appear to just still be in shock.
Fucking
As it has been mere moments since the
intimidation
attack
check.
started.
Natural 1. Never mind.
Are there any wounded people?
Oh, Trashy is back. Many people were speaking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to step away. I said it. I said as much. But I'm sorry. I'm back.
Hippo, are you here?
I'm still up in his face, like, just pointing at the bits of woman. What the shit?
Oh yeah, that was my bad. I was not trying to kill her, but I did stop the goblins from taking her for whatever nefarious needs they were going to use her for. So that's a win.
I'm just gonna shout loud enough for everyone to hear. They were gnolls, you disinterested fuck. And then walk away.
To be fair, I'm a dwarf. You all look the same to me.
Oof. Yeah, there's quite a few people that are very interestedly listening to this conversation. Shouted conversation that's going on here, and not a very kind eye currently being cast your way, Trashy, after your last remark. Before they were kind of like, "Oh, it's sad, she died during the fighting," and then you said that, and everybody's just kind of like, "Fighting dwarves." Yes.
How many dead gnolls were there? Sorry.
In total?
Yeah.
6. Oh, 5 dead and 1 unconscious that you guys have tied up. Of the intact gnolls, there's 3.5.
Okay. Alright, I just want to go over here, like, kind of do what is approximately an entrance, and then I want to cast the Minor Illusion cantrip, and like make an illusion of a stick that has like you said 6 nulls, just 6 null heads on.
Okay, so you just make like a nice
Just
little
a-
Vlad the Impaler montage in the front of the.
Yeah, well, not like Vlad the Impaler with all of the nulls, just like a null head, just like anything that fits in like a fight.
Okay.
Like
So
this
also,
tiny little ground.
everybody who is sitting around there staring at me, giving me the evil eye, whispering, I step 5 feet away from Hippo, and I cast Thunderclap.
Okay. And
Clap.
thunder rolls throughout.
And I stare them down. Her death was unfortunate. We stopped these gnolls from taking her and using them for their nefarious means. This may not seem fair. We stopped them.
I speak up from the back. Mr. Dwarf, you seem to be mistaken. You were supposed to intimidate the enemy, not the innocent peasant.
Wow, robot boys. Points are just going up and up.
You guys just hear like the thunder rolling through the village in the wake of the pronouncement from your dwarf.
Also, I would also like to note that
grab
there's
one
like
of the
purple.
fighters and just tell her to see to the tell them to see to the children that I brought outside with me.
The Burgermeister and the.
Cover them with a blanket or something that they didn't see their mother's body.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, we would be in the middle of a whole bunch of rock chunks, so I don't know that there'd be much to see.
No, the ones in the home that were
No,
butchered.
their mother's body was in the doorway.
Ooh. Yes, he did. No, so I'm gonna start cleaning up all the debris from the erupting earth I created.
That's very OCD of you, but appendable. I appreciate that, I guess.
It was all swept nice and clean. We had a beautiful new road and erupting earth.
During this, Father Gregory and the Burgermeister come up to you guys. Does anybody even know what the Burgermeister's name is?
I thought it was
Bob.
I thought it was Burgermeister.
Okay, the Burgermeister, Bogdan, and the Archbishop come rushing out towards you guys. The Archpriest just looks disappointed. Like, here are the figures of prophecy that were supposed to bring a new age, and the first thing that happens is friendly fire. You know, he's just kind of like, you know.
I mean, I think we're all disappointed, really.
I
all
walk to the
disappointed.
priest and do
I'm
like
not
the
mad.
holy, whatever.
I look at his face mainly because I don't understand how human faces work, and I need to understand if he's mad or not. Saying, why are you so mad, bro?
I don't know. I don't know about your culture, but now, generally speaking, when one murders an innocent, it's usually cause for some sadness, outrage.
She died in a battle that she was unfortunately brought into by the gnolls.
As you guys hear
Even
that,
I know to avoid friendly fire.
as you say that, a woman comes running into the gate from outside, from the left side of the gates, or right, I suppose, depending on your orientation. Running into the gates from over here. Let me make a dinky dink. Here's my tool. From
Well,
that
that's
side.
He's sitting in your chair.
And she comes running inside and she goes, "Where's the boss?" She's like looking around for Asgore.
I turn around and I'm standing by the captured gnoll. What?
And she like ignores all of you because she hasn't had anything to do with you lot yet, and just runs straight into the stables with you.
Is this the woman I
You
healed?
healed. Yeah.
I was really
She took
hoping
me
it
boy,
wouldn't.
my lord. They took me boy.
I walk over to the well and pick up a bucket or whatever they use to get water. And
Yeah.
Scoop it up and take it back to the gnoll and throw it in his face, trying to wake him up.
All goes,
Oh shit! Do I speak no? What a...
Gwynsale is sitting over there still complaining. Like she wasn't dead as soon as they picked her up anyways. I swear to Christ.
Who's Christ?
The dwarf god, you wouldn't know.
He's worked primarily in lumber. Okay, so what are you guys doing? Like, this woman has just literally torn past you guys into the stable at the back.
I'm just I'm climbing up the wall to try and see anything else. See if there's anything else around.
Yeah, I'm still working through the houses to try and bandage anyone up if I find anyone who's injured.
Thankfully, other than those two houses, they didn't have larger numbers. Or thankfully, they didn't have larger numbers.
Outside?
Other than those two.
Did they not go
you
into
don't
the
think so.
houses outside the walls?
Well, you guys didn't know any of that, unfortunately.
No, I'm going out to check now.
Yeah, you're like, okay. So you guys are checking out, going from door to door now, basically to check to see if
Pretty
anybody
much,
else is
yeah.
injured. You do find a few more people that were injured and one more dead. It looked like the ones here were more interested in taking people than killing.
I
And
call
several of them were
my
like-
grave digging companion and ask if.
Oh
he
yeah,
would-
finally somebody acknowledges me here.
No.
No, for reals. I was trying
And
to fucking
if-
talk. I was just talked over earlier. I was totally pissed off here.
Ask if he can
Be kind.
see to the body of the deceased, and the other deceased we found. If he could give them a decent burial. I asked one of the survivors where is the burial ground slash cemetery slash place for dead people.
He
so that
points
we
out
can-
to the trees. We
Yeah.
buried them in the forest, my lord, with a tree in the grave.
Alrighty, so now we know where we're digging. So, and I just bring all the other survivors into the camp and ask Elephant Boy to check them over and do what he can to help while Ein and I go and dig graves.
Okay, so you two are off into the forest to go and bury dead bodies.
Yes.
Geralden is tending to the wounded. Shrimp, what are you doing during this?
I don't know. Did I miss? Because as I was leaving, I heard somebody talk about somebody coming.
Yes, there's a woman who's run into the stables looking for Asgore. What is Gwynsel doing other than sitting here lamenting the fact that he's an asshole?
I would like to go to the stable
Okay,
to
so you're
locate our prisoner.
Yes.
See if he wait.
Okay.
Yeah, I just woke him up.
Oh, okay. You welcome.
Gwynsel, are you doing anything?
Yes, yes. Besides, these ingrates are giving me a hard time. I will cast Healing Spirit. And what they see is from the heavens, this green golden light erupts into a vision of a beautiful winged that floats around and starts healing everybody who looks like they're wounded.
Okay, so you're helping Geralden tend to the wounded with magical means. Okay, so between the two of you, you guys managed to treat the peasantry very effectively. They've never had magical healing. Their minds are kind of blown a little bit that such a thing exists. And you guys are quite successful in saving the people there between traditional medicine and the healing. It's no problem at all. In fact, if you're going to use Healing Spirit, it's heals so much that a peasant's got so little HP, you guys are pretty much going to instantly deal with the entire group very quickly and easily. Do the two of you want to do anything else after you've done that?
I'm curious to see what Tree Sap does over there.
I think I will try and. I see there's a whole lot of kids that have been
Traumatized?
left. I will try and gather them all together,
Okay.
and then I'll go and speak to the Burgermeister about them. But I'll do that a bit later. You can carry on with everyone else's bits of a 24-esque interrogation.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so Razgor and Shrimp, you lot are with the knoll. What are you
said
doing?
I knew what these things were. Do I know what they speak? Do they know
They sp-
like giant or orcish or
They
common?
do not. They don't know any of those languages, in fact, they only speak knoll.
I'll holler out. Does anybody know how to speak to a knoll?
Ah, easy, my friend. I shall simply prod it. Oh, telepathy. Yeah, anybody can speak back to me if they know any at least. Let me just
Okay.
read the feature of the
Fine.
telepathic. You can communicate telepathically with any creature you can see within 30 feet of you. If it understands at least one language, it can respond to you telepathically.
Okay. So, what do you say?
Hello. May I ask you a couple of questions, friend?
You hear a voice reply back.
We will kill and eat you for the Great Mother.
Oh, I kind of imply there. I'm going to be casting friends.
Okay. Cast friends, and he gets what? Will saving throw?
For the duration you have it's just for the duration you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice. That isn't it's hostile to me. That doesn't.
Can
Beat him into submission first.
It's got a point.
Yeah. Oh well, that's fine. I'll just talk to it and. So what did it say?
Larry, slap
to kill
him and
him.
ask, are we friends? And if he says no, slap him again until he says,
It needs to be not hostile.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you know, he won't be non-hostile after you ask him. And he's
So no, yeah, Griff. What did he say? He said something about
Going to kill and eat you. For the Great Mother.
the Great Mother. Now, may I ask who is this person that you say of the Great Mother?
Doesn't say anything.
I know you can hear me. I know this is uncomfortable. I can make it even more uncomfortable. My friend here, and I point to the orc, completely silent, can make you even far more uncomfortable.
Razgor, you've just been standing there and he's just been staring intently for the gnome. It's starting to make you a
can-
little bit uncomfortable.
can you speak to him or not?
Oh yes, very well. I can also speak to you, friend.
And you
You're
hear the
you're,
voice in your brain.
you're in my head right now.
Yeah, whenever I kind of I'm not sure how well it comes since I don't want to hear my own voice, so I'm not sure if it shifts the voice at all. But I'm trying to use different settings of voice
Okay.
for normal talk, and this is me trying to talk normal. This is I'm trying to be in your brain and talking to your brain directly.
Okay. It's weird, but I'm like, you're a robot. I don't know what the fuck robots can do. This might just be a thing. Can you make me talk to him?
Unfortunately, this is not how this.
Oh, okay. Ask him where
As
the
far
den
as
is.
I know, I cannot work as a conduit, and I give it a great thumb. Can I act as a conduit with telepathy?
Not yet.
All right, that's. No, I cannot. Yes, you were saying. What were you were?
I walk behind the knoll with my fucking giant axe, and I start shaving the side of his head, like shaving the fur off. And I say, ask
Right.
him where his den is.
My friend would wish to know where is your.
Make an intimidation check.
Which one?
You're speaking to. Nice advantage, since Razgor's helping you.
Alright. 19.
19. He is half asleep towards sunrise. Is what you hear when he replies.
Very interesting. I just say half as I just reply. I just say the same thing back to in normal common.
Yeah. What the fuck does that mean? I say, tell him.
Half asleep towards sundown.
Sunrise.
Sunrise. It implies direct, and half asleep. Half a day. I am not completely sure what half asleep. I assume half a day. I talked to the Null again. Why have you inflicted violence upon these people?
Because the Great Mother demands it. We will kill them.
Why does the Great Mother demand?
Because you are prey.
I am not proud. I am made of specialist alloy. That I do not understand.
I tell you, make him understand. He's going to show us where his den is.
My orcish friend would like you to know that you will show us the direction of your den.
I will not.
I don't think you have a choice, friend.
Rather die.
Understood.
So, anything else you guys are doing?
So you convey that to me. If you tell me he
Assume-
denies, I'll cut his ear off.
Oh boy. Okay. You cut the Knoll's ear off. You are now in the position of 1 Knoll ear. You can mark that down in your inventory.
Damn,
Knoll,
painful.
you guys hear a unearthly yowl come from the interior of the stables, those of you that are outside.
That sounded painful, friend. Are you sure you do not wish to show us the correct direction?
He blows a chunk of snot and phlegm into your face.
I do not care. I do not care, for your soul will be obliterated if I show you. The
What are the rest of
pain
you
you
guys
feel
doing?
now is simply the beginning. I can have it manipulated in many, many different ways.
Make a deception check if you're lying, and otherwise make another intimidation check for me.
Oh, well, I mean, depends on what the internal machine wants to give. But for now, it is probably deception, as I do not have that kind of. It's a 6.
The
Okay.
Omnisire protects.
The Omnisire. Okay. And your deception and your intimidation check?
Oh, yes. That is a intimidation was +1, so that is.
Sorry, how much?
17.
So you're cutting off at the end a lot of your sentences.
Oh, okay, that might be the modulating that. 17.
17. Okay. He's intimidated, but it doesn't look like this particular avenue of threats is having much effect on him. It's almost like he's being bolstered by an outside force. Gnolls, in your experience, Razgor, tend to be cowardly, attack when they outnumber their foe, and break and run at the first sign of trouble. This one being this brave on its own is very out of character.
I have the spell Heroism. Does it seem like that?
Almost like a souped up, persistent version of it, yes. He appears nearly fearless.
So, Razgor, what do you wish to do with this one? It would seem that it is quite resistant to any interrogation. If I were to have access to some form of track, I would recommend we attach tracking to him and follow him to his comrade, as he does not seem this smart.
I asked, do you believe him when he said where the den was? Or do you think he was lying?
I cannot be sure. The concept of lying is somewhat disfamiliar. I am not very good at it.
You have a way to track him?
I do not. I wish I did, as I would use such method.
I holler out, "Hey, you gits!" Try to call the band of heroes back together.
Okay, Cleve, you're close enough. Geralden, you're close enough. The rest of you guys,
We're
you went
still-
out to the
we're
dead body
clearing
detail,
body.
right? Okay, yeah, Cleve and Geralden, you guys hear your companion Razgor shouting.
Wait for me here, little ones. I will be back shortly.
Hop, 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 hop.
Not
Cleve,
the
you're going in as well?
younglings.
No, Cleve stays up on the
You're going
wall.
as well?
Yeah,
Cleve's
Cleve's
on the wall.
patrolling.
Cleve's patrolling. Cleve patrol.
Patrol.
Okay, Geralden is in the room with you. What's up?
Hello, Geralden. Do you have any form of supernatural tracking ability, or simply natural tracking?
I'm afraid not.
How unfortunate. This would be a very good thing, as there is a possible plan to track this creature and release this creature and track it using perhaps supernatural means. Outside of that, I recommend execution.
Tracking
Well-
would be a survival check, right? Just-
Why don't
Correct.
you go and ask everyone if you've got it tied up here? Then this is not a rush question.
This is
It
very
is.
true.
They've
However,
stolen
it
off
is
with some of the
extremely-
prime meat of the villagers. Some of the
No, I realize that. No, I'm saying that, my friends, that you can spare a minute to walk across the village and ask. I don't know, the other guys, our other members of our party are doing important things as well. So I cannot help you with this, but they
Very
would be
well.
worth taking the minute to go and speak to them.
Will you,
But now I must get back to the
Razgor,
children.
look after this knoll so it does not attack? Remember, you are free to murder him, as we have so far exhausted all. If you so need to feel, I shall go ask if anybody can try.
Talk. Okay, so you head over there. Okay, so children,
And
Geralden.
Cleve, you on the wall.
Yo!
Do you have the possession of supernatural ability?
Only backflips.
Unfortunately, do you have the natural ability to track?
Still only backflips.
Unfortunate, but yet amazing. I will attempt to locate track.
Technically,
Just wait till we find something that is only vulnerable to backflips.
Technically, Hippo. Can't you like get in a dead guy's memories about tracking?
No. Well,
If you
yeah,
rest
but
the
it's
user.
random.
Is it?
It-
Okay. I thought you could pick a skill.
You can.
Anyhow,
Okay.
while you think on that, Geralden, you have the 4 or 5 orphan children with you that have survived the attack. They're all kind of like clustering around you at the moment as the very large and imposing elephant man that you are.
I'm going to take them to find the Burgermeister. Where is he currently?
Burgermeister is currently helping clean out this home across the way where where you found the woman and her husband. It's unfortunate remains.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to be like, come on, children. It's going to be okay, and I'm going to try and find some food to give.
Okay.
If
you
only,
managed
then,
to-
while they're snacking, I'll go speak to the Burgermeister.
You managed to rustle up a bit of cheese and some leftover gruel for them, and make your way across to the Burgermeister.
You're right, it does let me do skills. I thought it was just tools.
Neat.
Let me sleep on it!
Okay, so you make your way across here. You can see he's on his hands and knees, and you can see he's actually like there's a couple of tears running down his cheeks as he's trying to get the worst of the blood out of the wood and take the straw that's been bloodied and take it out of the building as well when you come inside. What can I do for you, my lord?
Greetings, Burgermeister. We seem to have the happy problem of a few children who have survived with their parents.
Indeed.
How will the village look after children in a case like this?
Well, we normally give them to the priests. They take them with them, and they'd probably be raised by the church or dropped off by an orphanage. Unless there's any family around you for them that want to take them in. But times being what they are, can't think of many that want to take on an extra mouth.
Have you thought of starting an orphanage in this village?
We don't normally have enough children orphaned at a given time for an orphanage.
You are
First-
correct, probably.
Am
The
I
first
back?
time something like this happened.
Am I back from digging the grave?
You guys are still busy. You'll be done in a moment, though. And then we'll see what Shrim says to you guys. He's heading over to you and Quinzel and Brienne currently.
Okay, I will have to. I might have to speak to the Archbishop later. Thank you, Burgermeister.
It's no problem. Are you going to be able to get the others back?
We hope so. We hope so.
When will you be leaving?
Well, we have to just try and find out where they came from. And once we have that, we will probably be leaving pretty shortly.
Oh. Thank the nameless god.
Have these gnolls hit you before? Because no one mentioned anything like this, and by the looks of your gates, it doesn't seem like it's something that's happened in the past.
Not recently. I heard my predecessor say there were some goblins that attacked us. And then, of course, there are old stories about the Dawnbringer. It used to be his keep.
This used to be his keep.
Yeah. He fought
Oh,
all sorts
wow.
of armies.
Is there in any of the stories? Did they mention the place where goblins or gnolls might make themselves at home? Any caves nearby or something like that?
Caves? No, no caves that I know of. There's an old quarry that's not being used anymore. About half a day's travel eastward. I don't know
Oh,
if
no.
that's any help.
That is some help. Thank you. I will talk to the others.
Sure.
Okay, well, I'll head to the guys and see what Shrimp is saying.
Okay, talk. Okay, Ein, so Shrimp, you've just rolled up here where Fane and Gwenzel and Brienne are busy. What are you doing?
Hello, fellow humanoid. I would like to ask you if any of you have any supernatural / natural tracking.
No.
Unfortunately.
So, yeah, it is survival and perception,
Mhm.
according to what I've dug up.
That's correct, yes.
Okay. I can try. I have some skill with tracking.
Do you feel confident in tracking the gnoll we have imprisoned, if it will lead us to its death?
If they haven't hidden their tracks, I might be able to find where they're going.
I see. Do you think it necessary to even release the gnoll, or should we execute his existence?
Do unto others before they do unto you. Kill it.
Understood. So you shall begin tracking of the gnoll. Shall I simply leave this to you for now? Or shall I go with you?
You're welcome to come with, I suppose. Just if you are going to kill the gnoll, make it public and let the villagers see it. Let them see their enemy punt.
Make
I shall go and read the order. No.
I have a
Yes,
suggestion. We take two
Yes.
horses. We tie a string to each horse. And we place the knoll between it to make the horses pull it apart.
That seems brutal. However, I have a feeling I can do something that is terribly much more. Unless you wish to do it for something sheer spectacle.
I was thinking.
I don't think this
if
town
we-
has
if
two
we-
horses.
Also, if they have any horses.
They have a horse.
We can just tie it to the fucking stone wall and we have
Just make the horse pull from each end. Just swap over very quickly.
No. If you actually want to follow this guy, I could probably make that happen.
Oh,
Or if you just want to know where he is sometime
As I
tomorrow.
can say, we can give the power of the execution to the villagers to make them feel some power in this world.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna hold the knoll while I made one of the villagers stab it to death with a pitchfork. If we can't track it back to its home.
oh, hello, this embodied voice of the orc. How did you get?
I learned your mind telepathy technique very quickly.
Ah, quite impressive. Are you also a herald of the eternal mist?
Okay, so other than debating how you guys are going to murder the orc, what is your next or murder the knoll, so not the orc?
I
Gonna
literally
head
said I can
to-
locate this guy.
I'm
But
gonna head
nobody
to those
came in.
outside houses and see if I can spot any.
Please tell us more about how you can track this thing! I shout down from the wall whilst doing backflips to get attention.
Ah, yes. Thank you, Enclave. I am very... My apologies, Mr. Dwarf. You were...
Step 1: explode an innocent villager.
Step 2: complain
Silence
that it's
is
not my
embodied
fault.
Step 3, cast locate object and know where anything is.
Wow.
Oh,
I do not believe that a creature is an
Just
object.
way to
but-
objectify things, you fucking racist! I walk down from the wall, shaking my head.
Again, I'm a dwarf. You are literally all beneath me. Is
Ah,
on
I
because
see.
you all
Are all of your race like this? They do not
Yes.
seem to enjoy the humanoids very...
I was
Ah.
robot. They're just pissed off because they're short.
I do not understand.
Okay, so
Yeah.
locate object allows you to describe or name an object that is familiar to you, and you sense the direction to the object's location as long as it's within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is within motion, you know the direction of its movement. You can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close, within 30 feet at least once.
Please explain to us how this locate object spell works, racist.
I will refer to you to what Ghostly DM just
Well,
said.
maybe in that case
So-
we should put some on the thing and then you track the thing on the thing.
It's wearing clothes, right?
Hopefully.
I think it was. Although that could have simply been its fur. I do not understand clothing and fur. The difference is boggling.
Are y'all having this conversation out in the woods? Are y'all back?
I'm
in-
shouting very loudly from on top of the wall.
Pretty much.
Fellows, shall we return to the town so our group of misadventurers can argue, discuss?
Okay, so Brian's checking tracks, Dwarf's got locate object, and you lot are heading back inside. Brian, are you gonna, once you finish checking for tracks, head back in as well
Yeah.
for now?
yeah.
Okay, just make a survival check for me for now.
While we're waiting for Brian to come back, I want to use Arcane Recover.
Sure. Sorry?
21 survival.
Oh yeah, like they were definitely in more of a hurry than they were to obscure their tracks to get the hell away from here after most of their main attack got slaughtered. So the tracks are easy for you to read, like no problems.
Am I the
Like,
only
you
one who
can-
took damage that fight?
Yes.
I asked the
I
party.
took a little bit of damage.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't. I
Grillen and
didn't.
Grolden. And yeah, for
I
Asgore, you
took
took a
damage to my ego that fight.
Some wounds never heal.
Makes 2 of us.
Orc boy, where did your giant slobbering hell beast go?
He go poof.
Oh, that's a shame.
That's
Ah,
very
yes, the interdimensional active proof. I have heard of it.
He'll be back tomorrow.
I also, guys, was speaking to the Burgermeister. Supposedly, there's actually an abandoned quarry. If I was a group of slavering monsters, an abandoned quarry with maybe the occasional cave might be a good place to.
So is the quarry the direction of tracks and or what this Null said about a sleep's sunward or whatever he said? robot boy.
sleeps away in the direction of sunrise. I remember sleep and sunrise.
Yes. So it is east. Yeah, sunrise is in the east.
Is the quarry in the east?
Yes.
Yes.
Is the tracks pointing towards the east?
Yes.
We go west.
I love it. Let's do it. What could possibly go wrong? I think we should investigate this quarry, and if we head out now, we would only be an hour behind them.
Not even.
Not even
Yeah.
20 minutes behind them.
20, 30 minutes.
Our
Yeah.
pieces of information, 3 out of 3, point toward east.
Are there any villagers like out looking at us?
Yeah, lots of them looking into their windows and such. A few of them are busy cleaning out the.
Can I go inside and drag out the knoll?
Well, he's sure.
He's tied to a post right
Yeah, I
now.
want.
Not to a post, but
Yeah, I'm thinking tie him like to the rope in the well and then drop him.
You want to poison the
Oh no,
well?
pull him out before he dies, before he goes rotten. God, don't leave him down there forever.
You want the water
You know,
to
just
be
You're worse
cold,
than
impromptu hanging.
fucking- Well, not the water source. You like fucking null stink.
Guys, we really we're on a time schedule here. If we don't want the rest of the
Okay.
town.
Townspeople, there's a knoll in the barn. Go kill it. It killed some of your friends. Bye. We're off to save some people.
Yeah, I. Oh, did we lose somebody?
No,
What happened?
we're fine.
I grab a pitchfork and grab some random villager, shove the pitchfork in his hands, like kill the knoll.
Oh,
And
If you wish, or no,
What's your name,
I
villager?
can kill it for you. If you...
well,
You're now Wilhelm the Knoll Slayer. Fulfill your destiny.
I'll. God damn it! Rolled a 2. Never mind.
what did you roll for?
I was gonna roll either intimidation or persuasion, whatever I needed to make.
God,
him
you're like a
kill the knoll.
fucking Nazi. Every
It really
people
is.
are gonna be fucking setting up gas camps and stuff. I'm just following Rascal's orders.
Jeez.
That's the
The
plan.
peasant.
No.
Let's roll d20. See if peasant can overcome his fear of.
You can do it, Wilhelm. Then I start
Wilhelm
chanting,
rolled a 6.
Wilhelm the Knoll Slayer. Trying to get everyone to join in.
Make a persuasion check, a performance check to see if you can get everybody. to join in.
Performance.
Performance, yes.
13.
13. See if the knobheads are impressed with you. Not terribly, but you hear like a couple of the kids. Will help! Will help! Will help! Goes, "Ah!" It's like stabs the knoll and misses like with 2 of the tines on the pitchfork, but still manages to impale it in the throat. And the knoll
Again.
is like starts bleeding out while tied to the pole. Messing up your only sleeping area that you guys have.
Thanks, guys.
If blood bothers you,
What's sleep?
Okay, so the poor knoll's just bleeding out there. Wilhelm throws down the pitchfork. and,
I hold up his
runs
hand like he's a
outside and
champion.
bursts out crying. He like tries to pull loose. He's like crying, like freaking out.
Wilhelm,
Just been
you need to
furious.
guard
Stabbing.
the village while we're gone.
Okay, my lord. I'll do that. He's like wiping snot off on his arm.
I
Poor guy's
go
like
to
emotional.
him
I do a
and I
Oh.
soothe him and I tell him it's okay. It's his Knoll's time. He tried to destroy your village. Now you can destroy him.
It doesn't really make me feel any
I do
better.
multiple backflips to snap him out of it.
You do what
Multiple to snap him out of it.
Multiple. Doesn't really seem like the time for it. The villagers are kind of just like, that was pretty cool, but you
Just-
know, there's a bunch
Just
of us dead.
backflip yourself in a quarry-ish direction.
Away I go.
I just
Okay,
shout
so-
out. I shout out. See, even any of y'all can kill these damn gnolls. Roll a persuasion check to kind of boost their morality.
Morality or morale?
Fucking.
You bruise
Uh,
their
yeah.
morality and they realize that killing is wrong. And in fact, we shouldn't be listening to this homicidal orc man.
How much do you roll?
The 13.
A 13. Yeah, I mean, it's not the most arousing speech they've ever heard, but they're kind of like,
So stop being fucking pansies.
His voice cracks halfway through.
Pansies.
Okay, so Van Cleef is
Backflipping
busy
all
flipping out the village. And the rest of y'all are finished executing, intimidating, and generally making these poor peasants' lives interesting.
I shall drag the Knoll's corpse with me into the forest as we, so I can win no one of the peasants is looking. Take his head.
Are any of the gnolls wearing any identifying marks or any
I was the
gear or
robot.
signets?
Sorry, what's that, Ian?
No, I interrupted Trashy's.
In identifying marks, not so much. Like patchwork, bone, teeth, very inexpertly cured dried liver, pieces of metal that pass for weapons strapped on in places. Just very hodgepodge.
Was the caster holding like a staff or something?
Doesn't seem like he let go of it when he got blasted.
Okay, but trash. The dwarf saw the staff, so you could locate object the trash when we get closer. Locate
Yeah.
the staff.
You could do that.
I could. Whatever you guys want to do. I don't care. I don't have a preference.
I would just like to point out,
Nighttime-
locate object is 1,000 feet, and you move 30 feet per round, which is 6 seconds. They're more than likely out of range at this point.
Yeah,
Like, long out of range, just as a...
That'd be more.
Guys,
like
I'm disappearing into the woods with my sweet backflip skills. Let's go.
I'm just...
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm getting bored.
You
can do
you
whatever.
may.
excellent. I am now carrying the Knoll. I shall
Okay.
use it for intimidation.
Okay. You were using it for intimidation.
Did
I am
my
going
time?
to use it for intimidation. I do not wish to intimidate the local.
Did my
Okay.
time guarding the knoll count as a short rest?
No. Sure. Okay, so that you guys all sit out. Geralden manages to corral enough of you into actually heading off, and we're gonna stop there for now. And do the rest the next session.
Sounds good. At
Okay.
least we defended this town from a slight butchering.
Slight butcher. Yeah, think
Most
about.
likely-
We are a pretty big group at the moment, so do think about your turns and things like that in between rounds. Just that when your round rolls around, you're ready to go with whatever it is that you want to do. Just so we can keep the rounds going fairly quickly. It's just something we must keep in mind while we're playing. Just as a aside. Okay, other than that, thoughts, ideas, suggestions, usual stuff?
I probably won't be here next 2 sessions.
Okay.
Because of work.
You're
and
gonna
stuff.
stay behind to. You're gonna stay behind to do village things.
To traumatize more.
I want to kill
Villagers.
nose.
I guess you're gonna be
yeah,
drilling the village militia or something. I don't know.
I'll probably be helping them chop down trees and stuff to make an actual gate, like a palisade gate,
Sure.
and yeah, and train them to not be big wussies.
Okay, that sounds completely sensible. Anybody else that might be here for the next few sessions?
No, I should be. I think I'm pretty sure I'm
We got
here for the
food,
next couple.
Okay. So a slightly smaller party next week.
Cool.
All right. Anything else? Nothing else? Everybody good?
No, I'm
I'm glad I have so many fucking hit points.
Oh, how much damage do you take?
Let me see. 50.
Oh, no, Cleve.
I took 28 damage.
28 damage. That's not too bad. It's only half.
Plus the 26 my ward took.
Shame.
I mean, you did get curb stomp for multiple rounds, so actually you did pretty well if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really expect you guys to be as spread out as you were. Not gonna lie. I was like,
They were
oh,
literally just around you, kicking you guys while you were both curled up in a ball on the ground.
netted from
assholes.
getting stabbed.
Threw 2 nets on me. That's a little overkill.
Well, I mean,
They saw how big your muscles were, and
Yeah, they would have been slaughtered if they hadn't. That's fair.
that's yeah. I mean, they're only CR1 creatures. I mean, what they're going to do when you put a one-on-one fight? They gonna get wrecked. Poor guys. And you guys still managed to butcher pretty much everybody involved in the main attack as well. Which is pretty good, all things considered.
Our total kill count was over 100% with the friendly fire.
Even the friendly fire. Very true.
Friendly fire
Okay.
just makes you even more efficient.
It's true. Okay, so other than that, any feedback? Jathar?
I think we need to do.
What was that? You cut out completely?
As silly as it sounds, but
I couldn't hear
Chris-
anything there. You lost me completely.
yeah,
from
no.
there.
I think what we need to do as a group is kind of figure out how we're going to work together, quote unquote, because currently it
Probably a good
feels like
idea.
because everyone's got their own thing going. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that's just causing us to be a bit disjointed. Is like, we get to a town, there's an old man who does sick backflips for 20 minutes. There's one person who goes and screams at people who look like they're marginally lazy. There's someone who goes and, throws themselves into wells for sight, which is great. But I think it's one of the things that's probably leading to a bit of a analysis paralysis slash bog
Look at
down.
it this way: we need to train up the village militia. The village militia's gonna need to limber up in the morning. How are they gonna do that? Aerobics lessons with sweet backflips McGee over here.
Maybe, but when they try to fight cannols with sweet backflips, they're gonna get stabbed in the back.
You don't use it in backflip in combat, you madman.
That's only for the expert.
But yes, I'm just saying that I think that's just something we have to work around, because I feel like that's where a bit of our our inefficiencies are coming in.
My only
Put it that way.
disjointedness with the rest of the party I feel today was sudden unexpected civilian murder.
I think the job got done.
That's exactly what a murderer would say.
If you're a god, are you a murderer? Or are you just the being that happened to be there, causing horrible, horrible death?